way to get things started here, Lauren.
And it all starts on split. The thorn in the side for EG. It's not looked good this event. But they've changed, they've adjusted, they've come in with a different comp, and we are right into things. No messing around, it'll be PRX on the attack, EG on the defense. And this is gonna be a marathon of a game.
Initial tag comes through, actually Boostio gonna be a little bit of damage here, but gets healed up, actually sits inside the cloud burst. Gonna take down one before Forsaken trades out.
Yeah, so far so good, they've still kept their composure here, EG. Racking up the bodies though, Device still standing, still controlling space. The rest of EG need to temper themselves a little bit here. PRX have divided this map up, they've got the site now.
Look at the HP bars though. Everybody from PRX tagged up here. Jorgamo, no utility.
Look at Demon 1.
This Frenzy could do real work here, Lauren.
Oh, Jorgamo finding Jing, now down to 2, and the HP is low. Pain Shell back up, and Mind Freak feels that! He's down, and now it's all on Divide. Spotted and deleted! EG, round 1.
Expecting things to be pretty explosive here. The thing I've got my eye on immediately with this comp change is the B-side control here from Evil Geniuses. Obviously, stepping onto the Astra, we have no questions about the mechanical talent of Demon 1, but in terms of anchoring that site, there were concerns previously. Boostio now to
let's go, John.
fill those shoes. Comp obviously is that second layer of the B-side defense. Definitely something PRX could potentially try to exploit.
They certainly could, and for me, my eyes throughout this series will be locked towards Com as well. Proven to be a big stage player, and there is no bigger stage now. For PRX, we're looking at damage here. Sheriffs in hand, yes. A little bit of a test, and of course, they're going to be walking into somewhat of the unknown, right? They maybe expected EG to come out as they had previously throughout this event. Maybe had a chance of kicking off this best of 5 with a very favorable start. However, already big info found, and look at Jordan.
I'm close and personal here with the judge. Plenty of PRX bodies on the other side. I think Boombot will reveal that. Forced away. Connects fully with Demon 1. Finds one ahead of the Viper wall.
This guy with the Guardian is something else still, or that's dangerous something. Bests him. It started well here, warming himself up into this matchup. Jorgamo going to deny any comfort towards ramp, and that's the spike dropped. Goes a little further ahead, they need to calm themselves here, kind of feeding into the beast. PRX will be happy to take any of those bodies. And now they've got some rewards, a judge, a guardian, and now an opportunity. Com though denies it, retakes that heaven control, and leaves them with the 2 who are towards the site. Mind Freak finding Com.
Player standing.
And now just Mind Freak, found in the end, but it got dicey. I think we're seeing some of that nervousness, that almost over-peaking here.
Yeah, damage done here by the Sheriffs. You can see something desperate to try and make a play happen with the Guardian. Com just actually perfect timing inside the smoke there, just to remove that threat. For an explosive start, no surprises there, especially with the comp change. Jorgamo actually one away from the showstopper already. Fantastic progress on his part.
And it looks like PRX have a really good idea of how they want to approach at least this round, right? It is the bonus, so whatever's left in the EG pocket, they're going to bring back in. So the Guardian, the Stinger, and the Judge are still into play, but it's not a great deal. PRX should be looking to win this cleanly. Opting for the A site as their eventual goal on the attack. They're going to get the plant pretty much unscathed. As we noted, EG mostly stacking towards B.
One is open here, so PRX going to disengage, try and take some heaven control back. Flash will open things up. I think it did just pop inside the smoke though. I'm not entirely sure what happened off screen, but EG already poised for this retake.
I'm scared because of this man. Jorgamo can at least clear the site. He does. Forsaken's fallen, but can they clear the rest of this? It's going to be a late wrap towards heaven for PRX to try and keep control of this fight, but there's an issue. They don't have eyes on it yet, and Com's position could have been a disaster. It's not. Jing still standing, still fighting, gets 3, keeps it safe, but it is a 2v2. And there is a rifle, the Pain Shell! Jorgamo! That's nuts! And the 1v1, Ethan down solo, has to just stand and face! There's something gonna get PRX there first, but Michael, the casualties are off the charts.
I mean, they bring a Guardian and scraps into that round.
Yep.
They bring it down to just 1 rifle taken away in the hands of PRX. Even here, Com desperate to try and retake this space. I think EG have the perfect read of exactly what's going on here. As soon as they've noted that it's only 1 member in the form of Forsaken down on site. Unfortunately, things get shut down. Something, 1 away from the Blade Storm already. I was looking at the showstopper that did come out in the last round from Jorgamo. Very quickly up ramp here. Up inside the gravity. The flash will pave the way here. So initially just a little bit of a fake here to feign some aggression towards A side. 3 members of EG in position, but Trailblazer will, yeah, finally noting.
Yep. Well, adds a little comfort
Well,
to
that's a
the dish.
headshot through the box
Bloody
there.
hell.
Ethan, lucky to survive that.
Yeah, down to 56, but he can at least get Demon 1 back up to fighting HP. And you can see the rest of PRX taking their time here. Feels like the plan's up, but so unawares. Ethan takes a little bit of a glimpse and he takes something's life. The site now difficult to take with Demon 1. Position will be revealed, but they don't quite know exactly where he's waiting. The flash follow-up wasn't good enough. Forsaken's found him. That's perfect. They've allowed a little bit of room now to get that plant down. They can at least have time on their side.
Taking well Seekers here as well. Invested off the rip. Com going to be played in here potentially. He actually pulls the trigger too early. Mind Freak's on the first for Com. He will get the trade.
But it's not over yet. Jorgamo going to be noted and kept in check by Devi here. A big battle, and Devi's won it. Fantastic work in a 2v2 now. Forsaken! Lovely connection towards Com, and it's all in Boostio's hands in a 1v2. Oh, he's eating that flash. He's so blind. I don't know how he's still alive. Taps the spike and looks for Devi. Not going to be entertained. Beautiful control from PRX.
We'll tie things up 2 apiece. Evil Geniuses, another round where we're seeing them happy to try and initiate some sort of aggression that wants to be the aggressors towards PRX. It could be something that, you know, has been alluded to. Boostio was saying how difficult it is to play against them when, you know, you give them time and space to set up for some of the chaotic things that they like to incorporate into their game plan.
Looking at the stack, this time it is on the correct side of the map for EG as PRX are eyeing this up. This could be pretty violent here. Something going to get ahead of this, but it could be now a little vulnerable. You can see the temptation. Boostio's been caught off. Well controlled by Ching. Now looking to try and get a little forward. The Bucky back into play. Ching on their heels though. So aggressive. The
No way.
Flies through the air, finding Ching, and it's a 1v3. This is a little out of check, I feel. Com's a fantastic player, but this one might need miracles. And there's already that mid lurk. His position's noted. I think PRX are making their way through the woods here.
Yeah, cognizant of the threat. Com, a 1 in 3 chance to convert a clutch situation, but this one feels a little out of reach. Even here, if you find Forsaken or Mind Freak, the lowest funds on PRX. Doesn't like he's going to make an honest go of things here, and PRX should be able to disengage from sight. Jorgamo, though, making that Bucky sing.
He's keeping dangerous, but PRX, again, these rounds, they may look close, but it almost suits PRX in their playstyle. They'll take a brawl.
Absolutely.
They'll never turn that down.
No.
Behave. Get at Com.
None of that today.
Relax.
None of that today.
Relax. Okay.
Well, he's talking about removing Mind Freak and Forsaken. They fall into the spike. Something's got his Blade Storm, so not going to matter too much, but actually, Showstopper online as well, so both ultimates that will offset the second. The second of the Jing was pretty wild.
Yes. I mean, you're looking at the ult zone, Mike. EG having 3 just on the cusp, 1 away for Ethan, Boostio, and Com, and also obviously Jorgamo and Demon have theirs ready. On the other side, some very impactful ults as well, so this could be a high-value round, and Jing is making no subtleties of the site that he wants. Leading the way towards B, Showstopper's popped, and they're going to have to respect this. They have to sit deep.
They posted it as well.
Spike planted.
Com already very early exploration down mid here. Look at the minimap. Look how late Devi is planning to play on this.
But look how aggressive PRX are getting.
Yeah.
They're taking CT space. They're willing to challenge for every step that EG wants to take. Demon 1's got his work cut out here. You can see it. Judge round the corner. Bye-bye. Demon 1 denies something and does the dance. Back and forth. He's got Jing. And now Jorgamo popping the ult, wants to clear out by Pillar. That's tears. EG sweeping through the site. It's Forsaken and Devi left standing in a 2v4. Devi's still in play, and Devi shows his hand. Looks for more, doesn't get more. EG back in business.
What a phenomenal retake by EG. And this aggression is all tailor-made to play in Devi, to force EG deeper into spawn, slow things down, but Demon 1 paying no respect. It's another round. The things that Boostio's alluding to. Don't want to give PRX the time, the comfort to be aggressive.
One enemy remaining.
The Demon 1, he's on a solo mission here, by the way. He challenges the divide in spawn. There's a judge there.
Yes.
And then Jing is the second player behind that.
That felt almost unbreakable, that positioning, but we go back in. It's going to be maybe an initial start here for Demon 1. Going to invest in the knives straight away. The flash could encourage. See how he plays this one out. Again, Ethan receiving most of the contact to this, but there is presence in middle. PRX want to take space here.
This will be the round win that actually gets the operator in hand for Demon 1 as well. He sees saving through with the Blade Storm. To say that, on the back of contact elsewhere, they've kind of loosened this hold on a site.
Yeah, Ethan's drifting away, and you can see the PRX are starting to stack up. You've got 5 pretty much present towards A. It's going to leave it in the hands of, well, I mean, some dangerous players. Jorgamo, one of them. First casualty, caught, Jing. Pain Shell denies any space coming directly towards the site, but it kind of plays in Demon 1 a little, but Heaven is the next target of focus for PRX.
Seekers go through. It's not very deep here. Demon 1 just chomping at the bit.
He wants in.
To get involved, and he does. Something will fall.
Oh, tried to go for the follow-up, but PRX, as said, will always be ready to fight. Jorgamo goes back in again. These re-hits are always going to be happy for PRX. They'll take this. They've brought it down to a 3v3.
Indeed, they've got options here, but Boostio still in a position to cut off the rotation. Forsaken. Battered and bruised will find the plant regardless.
Yeah,
Tag onto comm as well, down to 15 HP. Has to get healed up.
Yeah, they fought for that space, hard earned. Heaven still held. They'll flash into the timing on that, but Mindfreak on the bailout, finding 2 and gets his 3rd. PRX, don't challenge these boys in a brawl. They are looking lethal.
Another 3K from Mindfreak. What's his signature move this event?
Yeah.
Find PRX a 4-3 lead here.
One enemy remaining.
Beautiful stuff, but I gotta say, I'll come back to the same point. We see this same sort of thing between Ethan and Jorgamo a couple of times now, the flash out from screens and the satchel from elbow, but Evil Geniuses are happy to go toe-to-toe. They don't just want to take a beating. They don't want to sit back and let PRX execute on them. And whether or not Demon 1 is the response to that, it's obviously harder on this side.
Yes, and it's such a double-edged sword in my mind. It's like, okay, do we play into what PRX are doing? We back ourselves in the fight and we take it ahead of the site hit. Do we sit very passive, play for retake potentially? But it's not easy. And it looks like EG hitting the brakes. Congratulations. Hitting the brakes a little bit here to allow Potter to have that conversation.
Yeah, and I think the key thing to note here is coming back to those comfort zones, right?
Yeah.
Demon 1, I think, we have seen the peak.
Yes.
Are you able to achieve that versus something, or versus PRX as a whole, to be honest? Outside of the head-to-head, again, you talk about it, they are just the masters of mayhem. All 5 of these members on PRX are just lunatics, especially in solo situations.
And they're going back for a bit more. We've been doing pretty well at A. Why don't we run it again? Here we go. Waiting for the barrier to drop. PRX straight off the rip again. Pacey taken straight towards the ramp, but something's the one to find Jorgamo.
Over the top of the pit as well.
Instantaneous.
Look at where that death marker is, up on rafters. Com definitely going to be feeling the pressure here. So they've got past it here, but he's missed.
Com given a second chance at life here. Actually, PRX are scrambling. They're looking for another option. Now, if they do directly go towards B, you know, they just run that down, they will have 1 player there. Tucked at the back of the site will be Boostio.
Problem is, he's in a fairly risky spot, vulnerable to Heaven.
Yeah.
Where Mindfreak is. Ethan has to close this gap.
No flash to help him yet either.
No.
But the stalls worked well enough. Flash just coming on for Ethan. The flash is going to put Boostio back to the wall here. He's got to be so careful. Can he get played in by Ethan? He's actually got a chance for himself. Going to deny Forsaken. It's still a 2v3 and it's still Mindfreak, who has been a master. Devi, similar scenes. 40 seconds.
Devi's actually got the pit here.
He's looking at it.
Yeah.
Yep. He wants that. Play. Time
it covers
to go get the
all
spike.
of sight.
Cuts off CT.
This is a really difficult pit to overcome him. Mindfreak actually playing a little bit disconnected outside here on rafters.
But can they isolate him cleanly, or does he decide to dip back in? Can he get one for his troubles? He can. Falls away into the pit, and now the crossfires are going to be horrifically hard to break. With limited vision, what can EG do with this? Ethan got a flash.
With the spread here, it's a real question. Actually, that's going. Demons one found one.
Okay, it's just down the one in the pit. He's diving headfirst into this. Ethan's got him. EG, how did you break through that?
I mean, the kill from Demon 1 comes through the most random time here. Like I said, there's a big question mark with this spreading as deep as it does towards CT, whether or not anybody's pushed all the way out, especially after Mindfreak gets a kill in heaven. Another beautifully executed retake here from EG.
I want to watch this again. Again, that's the start. Oh, that's nice. But the end here, this was the kind of almost off-kilter pickup, and yeah, fair enough. I guess Ethan just dives in. It's scrappy from EG, but again, they have changed this comp back to this look, right? It's not what they were running this event, so you can't expect consistency, but PRX are being challenged. Operator is on deck. Something bringing out the big green. Looking to find his first victim. He's working up towards middle, but it's Ethan to feel that bit of pressure to begin with. They're not going to stop on this A pressure.
I think with the early round indicators here, they're not necessarily expecting an operator, so EG to remain very diligent here.
Jorgmo's already crossed though. Not been hindered. Forsaken seems so aware of the possibility, but he's got to be really careful. That is a judge on the other side. Oh my god, that snap! Breaks his wrist to find Jorgmo with, it looked like ease. Down to 14, yes. But now this is the operator. Oh, wow.
It just came off the angle, Lauren.
Okay.
No, confirmation there now. Coleman Boostio should play this a little safer. As I say that, it's starting to explore towards B main. This could be crucial early information.
But look how little of the site EG have to play with. PRX do have, you know, the green light to go, the flash, fantastic, put into motion as something's gonna claim that. Demon 1 now, outdone, something having around here, making up for that little bit of a miss earlier on.
30 seconds left.
Does wonders once he got to the site, and the other two players for EG just want these weapons.
Absolutely, gonna try and hold on to things. Jorgmo, Ethan, and Demon 1 struggling financially. But this round opened up. I mean, the snap from Forsaken is ridiculous. It's a judge on the other side of things, by the way.
Yeah.
And he got a shot off. Somehow only leaving Forsaken at 14 HP. PRX taking the lead here. But, like I said, it's crucial here that something's operated is kind of figured out at the right time. Like I said, with PRX desperately trying to create a little bit of pressure towards 8. I mean, you see what the byproduct is. Colin Lucio actually go exploring on B main. They're trying to force somebody to peek into mid.
Yeah.
Create an opportunity elsewhere on the map just by showing a little bit of presence. Obviously, it's difficult then if it's not Ethan on the other side of the map to really send out any utility to garner some information or even set something in motion with a flash.
See if there's a play to maybe get Jorgmo up on that ult here. Let's keep that in the back of your mind, but again, they did get that operator back. You're starting to see the money not fully stabilized, but in a far better spot for PRX than it is EG, so they should start carving away at this, and you can see maybe they're aware of the intent here. PRX waiting this out, not falling foul to any of it. The flash is going to catch and should give away the game. Jorgmo he's still alive.
What? Got two!
That's a classic! That's a classic, and he's found two. That's obscene. But now it's down to Ethan and Demon 1. Sheriff and a classic and a flash to play in, and that's about it. Demon 1 going to be jumped. Oh,
what?
Out of this world from Demon 1. This is finally put to bed. But that was far too dangerous.
I kind of want to see every single kill that just happened there from EG.
How did Jorgmo get two?
Jorgmo 2 with a classic. Demon 1 shoots the Sheriff out of his backside, apparently, to catch something in midair.
Oh.
Mine don't do that. What is this, though? Whoa.
Oh.
What?
but it's still around for PRX. All of these I feel are going to be like this, right? Such violent delights when we watch, but PRX now chipping away and creating a little bit of space on the board here. 6 rounds to their favor to the 4 of EG. They're starting to stabilize into the game, but I feel it's going to be this high octane form all the way through. Come, you better be careful.
Well, just on that point, though, you're saying you're expecting this, but for PRX, this is sustainable, right? For EG, is it? That's the question. Can they really commit to this sort of play style? Because this is playing into a PRX style series.
Yes, it certainly is.
You are divided.
So Divide going to go through, a little bit of a scrap over towards A, but it's kept 4 players here. You've got Forsaken commanding the attention of 4, and this
Boostio's
now all
heard the
falls
steps.
to Boostio. He's calling for support, he's calling for help. Can he slow down the roll? He's trying to. All that utility he's investing is just trying to buy seconds. Rotations in, they're backing away.
No way. I mean, how much space does Forsaken get here? 36 HP. Ethan, does he slip back on the elbow? He's spotted!
But the flash, he's turned it, but he's still giving away. What a shot from Forsaken! Creating all of this room, and they are running 30 seconds. Jorgamo is here with a showstopper. Forsaken, yes, has the sight,
30
but
seconds
look
left.
at the space that Jorgamo's taking. This is going to be so deadly.
He's ready to just satchel here.
Here it comes. It's all about timing. Boostio's taking away something. They're on the site. Jorgamo sends it. Post it, doesn't get it, but he does take down Mind Freak. Great trade from Devi. Now maybe they can plant. This has been, once again, a mental round, but a 3v2. Demon 1 and Boostio. Boostio's still making his way over, but Demon 1 hasn't left heaven. The timing on the double swing is divine, and that is perfection from PRX.
And this is the sort of thing when I talk about sustainability.
Last round in the
Can
half.
EG constantly come up with this, the troubleshooting on the fly,
Yeah.
problem solving? It doesn't even really fall to Boostio. It falls to these individuals on EG to make the right decisions. Perfect example, Jorgamo there with a showstopper. Again, what do you choose?
There is no clear choice, a bit of a Sophie's choice if anything, but now we're looking at the Seekers being there for Forsaken. That could be right off the rip, but it looks like they want to go head first into this. EG, are you going to try and stand and fight this
got your
Demon 1?
trail.
Going to be forced off, trying to spam away those Seekers, but do they springboard quickly? Spam going to connect, and that's a problem for Demon 1. Falls away on 42. You can see, yes, damage to something on the other side, and that paint shell could become pivotal.
Oh, we're nearly catching with the spam as well. No harm, no foul just yet. PRX getting themselves ramp control. EG still in control of the site itself. Again, Devi set up to try and catch an overpeak elsewhere, something alongside him in mid. PRX have been given access to vents, actually, so a very easy opportunity here to regroup.
PRX waiting for someone to play into this. The pivot's happening. Straight through middle, going back towards B. Jorgamo yet to adjust. The flash might send him towards it. It's going to connect for Com. Tries to slow it down himself. Falls away towards the site, allows Boostio to get the play in, but it's Forsaken. Breaks in like a thief in the night. PRX so clean on these site takes. Plant's going to come through in EG. The last 3 were a mile away. Yes, Jorgamo got there, but he's got his work cut out.
Snakebite to slow things down here. Jing still looking to get aggressive. 1 kill away from the showstopper here, but the flash is perfect. Jorgamo finds it, but he's shut down by Forsaken.
And Mind Freak's timing is just gorgeous to witness. 8 rounds for PRX on this half. 4 for EG. The succession of rounds is near on a streak. There was a couple that offset it for EG, but EG were in the fight, but I think you said it right. Do they have the ability to continue at this pace? Because PRX aren't going to slow down.
Definitely not. No matter how proactive they like to get on the defense as well. EG though, stacked up. As 4 into B main, it's just Com disconnected here, no surprises. But this is just a post-Demon 1 up here. They're actually going to regroup as 4 into mid.
Okay, just put something on the chopping block, and that wide step out has got him dead. Big start for EG there, no chance of a trade and still above a minute.
Did spot multiple though. Problem being, PRX still holding on to utility here for a contact play in B main.
Jeez.
Well, the timing is absolutely devastating.
That's heartbreak. Oh my god, EG. You couldn't ask for a better beginning. Forsaken could maybe do some damage though. Good flash, and he tries to look his next step towards the other side of Pillar. Catch someone on the push-up, and he's trying to do damage, but it's just not landing. EG swarm the site. They should have enough for a plant here. Devi looking to maybe get a little ahead of that. No. Does he want the smoke? Yes, he does, and it doesn't matter. EG with a pistol under the belt here. Going to get themselves a chance to close that scoreline up.
There's a couple of heartbreaking moments, split seconds, deciding this. The overstep here from something, dash bombed, obviously no chance to retreat from that, but and then Mind Freak just slipping into Astral form at the worst possible time. EG pounce on the opportunity, a pistol round on the board here.
I've got to say as well, just a side note, almost sidebar, Jorgano is having
He's nearly on 20 kills.
He's having a game. Looking like Jing wants to get himself working towards that showstopper nice and early. And a pace change for EG after a very slow, meticulous start to the pistol. They've shifted gear a little, looking to try and test or at least posture towards middle at the very beginning, taking over towards the top side of things to fall. Oh, come on! This guy is literally
inhuman.
I don't know what this man is made of.
It's just ridiculous to watch him in certain situations. Sure, anti-eco, I don't care.
Who cares?
It's so clean.
This was the map that gave him the title of the new King of Hell, and you might be seeing it again. The guy's aim is off the charts. Come, gonna find something. A Mind Freak. Well, he's in spawn, so that's quite a ways away. Looking to potentially get the plant. Yeah, going to be building up the showstopper again with the plant coming through here. Just still being careful in case there was someone waiting behind those screens. But Com, all too aware. You don't get to flank the flanker. Com's going to find him. Prime Gaming flawless. Moving forward, and Demon 1 warming up.
Just filthy.
Oh. Kid's a real talent.
Yeah, same. Brings the scoreline within 2 now. PRX still leading. Evil Geniuses with a good opportunity here in the bonus as well. It's well fleshed out.
Well, compared to the first. Jorgano, right off the rip. Up towards ramp. He does have Ethan not too far away, but look at the spike and look at the player on the other side. There's going to be something. Jorgano can split mid here. They aren't actively playing towards vents. It's on something's shoulders, and he shoulders it so well. Perfection. Couldn't quite outdo Demon 1 in the upgrade. I don't know if it is in his hand. There's the control from him. Right back at you. But the problem is they are still a player down. It's a 2v3. This is not easy.
And Ethan couldn't really find any space on the other side of things either. Still kept in check by Forsaken on a site. Demon 1 has to come across this way for the heal regardless, to try and make something work. Charge on Demon 1. 1 kill, we'll have the Blade Storm here, but perfect timing on the flash.
And look at this angle. Oh yeah, that's real. Wait.
Oh, don't keep
Demon
peeking him.
Demon 1's got knives.
And 3 kills.
And 3 kills.
The chance for the ace here in round 15, Lauren.
35 seconds, are you kidding me on this one?
He's been heating up to this the last 60 seconds or so.
Feels like fate, but again, it's Devi, it's Jing, come on. Surely not. 25 seconds, he's not being entertained. He's not being given these fights. He's gonna have to fight for them. Jing, looking like the timing's right. Yes, it is. Safe pair of hands. PRX weather the storm here. And leave Demon 1 out to sea. 6-9. PRX picking back up now.
Forsaken's going to struggle in terms of the purchase here. See how things... Actually, yeah, Jing I think forfeiting a shield or something else along the way to get Forsaken a rifle in hand. We noted it, Demon 1 up to 15 kills now. Blade Storm online for him. EG maybe looking to pop once again towards ramps.
Well, be careful, you can see a little bit of a trap sent there. Demon 1 caught a pixel out of place, but no. PRX keep themselves safe. Play a little bit deeper towards heaven. They allow the access to the site. When do they fight back? That spike is going to make it across before they're able to swing towards ramp, so it's going to be common, maybe Boostio, to deal with the pressure unless they get ahead of this. No one's checking. No one has checked on this. Does Forsaken just go? Does he take the green light? They might note Jing, but maybe not. Oh my god.
They both slipped through.
They've slipped through the net, and it's going to be devastating. Already taken away Ethan. Oh, but Boostio! The timing on the crest of the corner. Gets him up to 8 with 2 in this round. And now the 3, Something Divine, Mind Freak, where are they? 2 towards Heaven, 1 towards CT, and a messy engagement gives Boostio the 3rd. Now it's Mind Freak, now it's Something, and Boosty wanted the ace, he ain't gonna get it, but there's the denial of Mind Freak as Something, it might be time to back away.
It's another round that's just decided by a split second.
The timing on that one.
Yeah, Forsaken's holding backside towards spawn. I think initially because nobody's shouldering the angle from either side. The kill comes through onto the side and they think that they've got a little bit of room to play with.
Yeah.
Problem being, there's no second layer coming from screens or from Heaven at the same time to follow through on that initial kill onto site.
And I'm a little bit nervous to say it, but I'll start nonetheless.
Okay.
I'm a little worried at how many of these rounds are a little bit individual from EG. We just had that round, yes, timing, but Boostio's there.
I come back to the same
Yep.
thing.
Right.
This isn't
take
where
those.
we think about
That
Evil
first
Geniuses
shot
in
was
terms of
half.
sustainability, in terms of consistency. It's not. This is playing to the strength of PaperX, even though here we're looking at a 9-7 scoreline.
Respectable, broken divide.
This is what they love to do.
Oh, they'll do this all day long. There's no stopping them on it. But can they get chaotic in a round like this when the buy's far from perfect? Ethan already going to take away Forsaken from the equation and open up the map. Now it looks like the extremities are going to be PaperX's focus, right? Start trying to take a little look towards A. Didn't find anything initially, but B main, they're getting a little bit more invested. Something wants to work towards the ult. 1 off now. And Heaven, the exchange.
What won't catch. Jing actually trying to get ahead of the curve here. Might even catch one. Yes, he does. Jorgamo gets off a little bit of damage.
Massive. And they're going to read
Huge
into
kill.
this.
Yeah.
This seems very indicative of that A hit coming through. So your call's going to be made. Divide has to try and do something. This Guardian, I mean, they're trying to make it work on very little in this regard. Jing going to back away. But it's stalled out EG.
1 kill from the showstopper, though, if Jing finds another. Already set up here, but
There
we
it
go.
is.
That's a showstopper in the back pocket here. Reset on the paint shells. Right, EG are scrambling to try and find a rotation. Mind Freak is positioned towards Heaven. Down to 10 HP, has something in close proximity here already. PaperX, they're rotating ahead of this, Lauren.
Yeah, they're matching him step by step. You're not going to get an easy fight. Mind Freak, how does he play this? 10 HP. He's got to be... Yeah, he doesn't have the chance on it. Seeker's now going to pop on through. It's going to reveal there are presence towards Heaven. Demon 1 turns around, takes him down. Something's gone. And now for the... Oh, my God! Above and beyond! For the spike, they need to get towards the site, and it's on Demon 1 to do it. He's going to get the plant down and now Divide. It's only a stinger. This is so much to ask of one man. Is there an upgrade around? I'll be able to find it on the corpse of a fallen foe. But waiting towards that drop, there's already a player.
There's 5 bullets in it. Has to reload.
And Demon 1's now called to attention.
Yeah, comms definitely relayed this information. You can see the pings coming through. Divine out at a crossroads, a dilemma how to approach.
He's got to give it a go, and it's Com. Gonna find Divide, and EG scrapping their way through that round. Mike, again, that was a little on the back of Demon 1. Those back and forth rotations, they were getting ground down.
But Demon 1, but just the presence of mind here as well when the clock's running this low, he dips into this cloudburst to find the first. Something falls.
Let's go!
Hits the updraft to avoid the showstopper from Jing. I mean, these rounds are just ridiculous. I have to imagine Potter is absolutely tearing her hair out right now. Because all the structure, all the discipline that you brought to this team now, you have to throw the rule book out the window.
I feel like they almost started on that, though. This map may not be a gimme, but it's going to be one of those where you've got to know this was going to come out, right? You knew the Vita was going to look like this. That last composition, the chamber wasn't looking good, it wasn't working. The Astro with Demon 1 didn't look as comfortable. So they've gone for a risk, right? High risk and potentially a high reward. Rolling it back, I don't know how much time they've had playing this comp as of late. So again, you look to it and you think, okay, you roll the dice. And for now, your big hitters, well, they're hitting. Jorgamo and Demon 1. Now on the other side of things, this hasn't been the perfect start to the second half here. The scoreline nearly closed up at 8-9. Only 1 round so far for PaperX, but they're back on the bye. They have some big ults to play with. 1 off the Divide. They're very close here to a, well, it could be a very deadly round.
Things as easy once again stacked up, maybe in the same sort of position to get Demon 1 posted here in B lane.
There.
See a very quick adjustment on the back of it. Mind Freak will take a tag. kept honest here in the opener. But PRX on red alert towards mid here, because, like I said, previously EG did this to post up Demon 1, then re-aggress elsewhere. Oh my god.
Oh!
I say he was kept honest with the first jump peak. He's put in his grave on the second.
This creature has escaped hell to wreak havoc on this server. This is mental. I ain't seen that mid-round. End of round, sure, this guy is ensuring death wherever he goes, but still it's only the first pick. Mind Freak gone, and that has to cause a reaction from PRX. They have to be dealing with the fact that B is pretty much open. But for now, they prioritize middle. They're looking for Ethan, who walks away barely breathing on 6 HP. But the pace changed towards B. They want in, and Jorgamo gonna lead the way. Comms claimed Forsaken on the other side of the map. They're winning out everywhere. The big swing factor may be Devi here, but look who's waiting. Demon goes down, Ethan on the trade. But now timing is everything. Denied the initial plant, can they find any more ways to cause problems? Something wants to. The spray, the shot in the dark, but it's Busio to find Jing, and it's all on something. In a 1v4, this is brutal. Ethan to the left, 3 to the right, he's got the first, looks towards heaven, tries to snap back around, 7 HP ain't enough. EG tying this up at 9 apiece.
Just wild. Some of these rounds
Time
to
out.
watch back. This is just so clean to find this headshot. I think the desk is going to be working overtime today. We're taking a beating some of these rounds because some of them are they're very frustrating for somebody to sit back and watch in terms of the intention, I guess, that both teams have in certain situations, and then the outcome. I mean, even that, like Comms killing Forsaken behind him. Late.
Well, something wants to try and be the difference maker to this. Wants to isolate Calm, and he has. Clean and decisive start. Half the map's won out by PRX, and they're winning out towards middle. Couldn't quite outdo Demon 1. That was only a stinger, but fantastic work considering what they brought into this round.
Oh, Divine reset there with the stinger. Busio walking back into the Blade Storm. Something.
Whoa.
Caught sleeping, maybe a mini-map moment there.
Could be.
But as 3 EG progress towards A site.
It's waving the flag, right? PRX have to respond. They have to draw bodies over this. Yes, they can leave one. I think that's just Mind Freak on towards B, but again, look at the weaponry. It's Forsaken who's the big player in this. Yes, the Pain Shell could be pivotal. Yes, all of the blast packs could do well, and they have. Forsaken makes the most of it. Boostio on the trade, but still. It's a 2v2, and Jing's got himself on the site. And caution being shown by EG, they're aware. They're so aware, and he's down on 4. Hemorrhaging blood. He's been deleted by Demon 1, and now Mind Freak. Possibility, yes, in the HP, but the timing's everything.
Just got to find this first kill.
Can you do
Busio.
it?
Spike planted.
On a platter, it's not worked.
He's so low, though.
Oh, he's gone away. 10 HP, 28 in total for EG. This is doable.
Knocking them.
Couldn't quite connect on either of that. How does he close the gap now? Boostio's gone down. He was expecting the swing. Demon 1. Oh, the temptation. 5 HP on one side, 18 on the other. 4 bullets. Oh, and Demon 1 breaks their hearts again.
Double digits, lead taken.
He'll take the fight. He doesn't care. Take the warnings.
Are putting on an absolute show in the second half. Just one round.
This is
For
nuts.
PRX, and it's round 3 when they come in at such a huge disadvantage.
Nice! Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And I'll change up a little bit. I was talking about it being concerning in terms of sustainability. EG are going to be brimming with confidence at winning some of these rounds, Lauren.
This was never meant to be the map they started out. Oh, Christ! Demon 1! Absolutely devastating impact off the rip. That takes away Forsaken. It opens up all those possibilities on the side here. Just going to put the showstopper in towards heaven, secure a second for the plant. And it's on the floor from PRX to try and bring this in. That operator not having a chance to rattle off even a shot.
PRX have to get a move on, though. Time already passing by. Look how disconnected Busio is here as well. Now, plenty of utility.
Oh my God. I was expecting it to be calm.
Yeah.
Well, it is Boosty. But you're right, time is of the essence, and PRX need to get a move on here. Try and face their demons. They've taken away Jorgamo. That's fantastic. Quick flash, can't follow up, and now there's a chance. An opportunity cracked open here for PRX. Maybe this is the time they can break through. Maybe not. Demon One is out of this world. As Divide, the time is gone. He knows it. He can't change the outcome anymore. EG up to 11.
What a stark contrast as well to how this map started. Jorgamo, we talked about him being on the brink of 20 kills. I think at that time, Demon One was on 6.
Something like that.
He's on 25 now. I mean, he just doesn't miss.
This was such a good opportunity for PRX. I felt like once they crested Pillar, once they got close, once the knives were used up, that was a huge chance for them. Timeout is hit. PRX need to come up with a plan. Alex is worried. This was never meant to be the start of this. In a best of 5, the team coming in from the lowest rarely wins like this. 2 out of the 5 times we've seen this scenario, that's all that you can imagine could be done, right? 2 times out of the 5 we've seen lower bracket teams be able to convert those wins because the veto is so heavily favored normally towards a team from the upper side. PRX came in with a targeted first map, and it might be slipping through their fingers.
I mean, it's a real concern, actually, because I know Sean was saying what he'd love to see in terms of the best of 5, but I feel like this is a little front-loaded for EG. The win conditions for me lie with PRX at the start of this veto.
I agree.
Pearl, for me, is a bit of a 50-50, depending on a comp change, sure, but PRX have looked flawless with the Phoenix there.
Absolutely.
So for this to, I guess, trend the way you'd expect it to, this starts with a PRX win on split. EG already defying that.
11-9. A desperate timeout there for PRX. Hopefully a plan has been made to handle EG and, well, specifically this one, Demon One. And a chance, and he's been dealt with. Perfect beginnings for something. Isolate and conquer. Giving them the man advantage for the first time in what feels like a while.
What doesn't catch, but Boostio already way ahead of this, and hard clears something. The headshot on the fadeaway, bringing to a 4v4 now.
I've got your trail.
Even though the Seekers, yes, went towards B, you can see how quickly those rotations are coming in. Jing is already towards CT side. Forsaken is on the side, but it's a Bulldog, and it's a Judge. Far from perfect. Oh, and Boostio just slides right between them. A follow-up, no. Jing trying to hold on. A 2v3 in the site is EG's. One should be coming in, and I don't think they can close the gap.
My paint shelter really high, but Jing could have sat
he's
her in.
off! He's got off! In a blink of an eye, he's dead and gone, and EG are on 12.
Map point EG.
I didn't think we'd see it, Mike. Not in this map.
I mean, this just reeks of the loud performance on split as well from PRX. Really struggling to find a solid grasp. And just getting overwhelmed time and time again. Now, unfortunately, I have the second line of pressure, which is a deficit here. A financial disadvantage. Demon One and Jorgamo heating up.
Truly a deadly duo between the both of them. Looking at Viper's Pit going through a middle. Gonna try and isolate some of these fights on the extremities. 3 players put to task towards A. It's Com on the other side. And the rest of EG focusing towards B, at least on the start. Oh, again.
Com, though, going to be tested. Something. So the crosshair placement will look way off there. Lucky to only get away with a tag down to 89, but re-walking this?
That's bold, to say the least.
Here, toxin screen down.
I'm slipping away from this, but this will be noted relatively quickly.
That's a big indicator, actually, that Com's given up this control.
Oh yeah, you can see Jing already.
Exactly, yeah, because something's in such a deep position now. He can get very early information.
Mind Freak. Back of the site. Divide. They're going to try and get ahead of this to try and help him out, because look at the pressure coming his way. Paint Shot going to go down, Demon 1 closing in, and now the chaos begins. Device fallen. Jing! Out of nowhere finds 2, a third would be everything for them. How much can he do? Not quite enough. The trades are coming down, and it's all on Com. A 1v2. Spike is not in hand. Something is trailing him. 13 seconds, Mike. I don't know if he has time for this. Mind Freak perfectly positioned. He's got him. A chance here for PRX. Making double digits. Opens up the slightest of opportunities.
Chance here, but it definitely doesn't help the finances with it being as scrappy as it was. Comes down to just one.
I mean, that's
round.
heroic.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to see that back, just how Jing caught the timing there through the divide. Beautiful stuff. EG, slight pump of the brakes for Potter. Grinning right now with this performance in terms of making some sort of adjustment. Going to be tough here with divide down on a Judge, Forsaken on a Bulldog. Ultimates, yes, 2 away from the Blade Storm. But a must win to keep their hopes of opening up this best of 5 with a map win.
It looks like middle is once again a priority position for EG.
Yeah.
Look at who's patrolling it. Divide, Judge is there. Jing, very nearby as well. Com, once again spotted. He's going to be challenged by not just one, there's 2 to this. Double check, there's no one further behind, so this is actually unleashing something to go walkabout if he wants to. Well, all of this test happens in middle. Look at something. Look at, wait, there's no way that Boostio just had a little look back.
He's looking, he's watching.
He absolutely is!
He's killed something in Spawn.
He's read him like a book. That deep flash, maybe just a little read on what they wanted.
And this is, I don't feel like addressing Com is the issue here for PRX.
Christ, wait,
Demon
Jing's
1
gone
found
down.
another one, Jing's fallen. It's a 5v3, Lauren.
This feels like it's just slipping between their fingertips on map 1 here. 2 men up to the good. The 3 standing, a Bulldog for 1, a Judge for the other, and yes, rifle on Mind Freak. It looks like EG are congregating over towards A. This plays in Forsaken, and hopefully Divide.
Seeker's invested, it doesn't really tell them anything.
30 seconds
They're running
left.
low on time though, Mike.
Have to make a move.
Blinded.
Flash will catch here.
You've got to be calling for Mind Freak to hit that rotation, hit the panic button, get over here. There's 5 players coming our way, and Divide has fallen. Forsaken now. It's all on him to try and stop the rot, stop EG. He's desperately trying, but it may not be enough. As Mind Freak now in a 1v4. Map 1 on the line. And EG turning up on a map that none of us expected to see this level of performance on. Mind Freak has a minefield to walk through. You got the pit, and you got 4 players. Divide or not, he's got to go. He takes down Com, but the trade for Jorgamo is there. EG, map 1.
Ying are just going to try and go ham together, I guess, is the next step on that checklist. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, it starts with this pistol round. Demon 1, he's stuck around. He's got back in.
With the cleanup, I mean, there's a chance here for Com and Boostio to make a real good go of holding things down in tiles. Team 1 to open things up. Yeah, so this moment here, I think Com's kind of forced into a very, very tricky spot where he could invest the recon bolt. That's the rating for my ranked games right there. Lurking in tiles, planting on A, shooting bodies in mid. Love to see it. but something off to a flying start, 3-0.
Huge confidence round for him as well. You want to be seeing that coming out from something, get that confidence early, start building into the matchup as it looks like a pacey piece towards B. But look at the stack, there's 5 bodies here. Everyone from EG is present on this site. The stack towards the back of Bohouse. PRX trying to fly on in. Lear gets dealt with, but Jing's the one to do so much damage on this one. This is lovely work here. Demon 1, oh my god, he's still trying to fire off. Takes down 2, but it's a 3v1, and Boostio, I mean, this would be a lot.
Be a miracle. Forsaken tag down to 72. Easiest to pin down, but a 1v3 nonetheless.
He's got a clean fight on the first, couldn't land it. Beautifully controlled by PRX. They walk into the stack, they come out with 3 alive.
Get themselves off on the right foot here on Ascent.
And having a look back on this, he could have gone dangerous. You saw it there for a couple of seconds. In the end, Divide doing well, keeping control. And for PRX going at that sort of pace, you may walk into a stack, but they come out as highlighted with 3. So this bonus round not going to be lacking in too many areas. They do have 2 full-on rifles, 1 Bulldog to boot. That's with Mind Freak. It looks like rinse and repeat. However, late slip through there for Demon 1, getting himself on the site, but PRX not toying with the rest of the map, and again, opening up this chance for EG to take space.
Yeah, Joggermo's done just that. Look how deep his position is already.
But they still have to deal with the site take, right? It's one thing to know where PRX are, it's another to try and handle them as they make it towards the site. First man forwards, Jing, eyeing up CT, keeping them at bay, or at least keeping one at bay, that being Ethan.
Wait, do they not know where the paranoia came from?
Apparently not, but they're trying to break through on the site. They don't turn in time, and Jorgamo does get down 2, but still the trades are effective, and PRX keeping 3 alive. The HP is dreary for 2 of the players. Com in with a real chance of doing some serious damage here.
Chance with the recon as well to maybe find a little bit of damage. So he might just commit to trying to hold for exits here. I mean, Jing down to 5 HP, Divide on 39, could find something with a shock dart potentially. How did Divide not taking it in there?
Jing, lovely from PRX. Again, it's one thing to know where PRX are, it's another to handle them all together.
So what's bizarre though is Jorgamo sends the paranoia from tiles into B main. Not sure if it's just not relayed quickly enough, but nobody reacted to the flank until Jorgamo comes through and finds 2. Just so happens PRX won everything they needed to towards the site. Sorry.
Well, what a dreamy start for PRX as well.
Bonus on the board.
Making up the wrongs, right?
Great ult progress as well. Forsaken 1 away from the Reckoning. Jing 1 off the showstopper. Already have Chris in hand.
Here we go, Jing right off the rip, taken towards the A site, and look, it's down to the Sheriffs. This round was never meant to be too deadly. Full-on rifles. And Jing willing to be aggressive, confirm the space, take it. Noting Boostio on the back lines, it's all looking, I was going to say tickety-boo, but Demon 1 has found Jing.
He's found the knives as well.
Okay.
Chance here if another kill comes through that EG tried to explode on the back of that.
And you can see the difference, right? PRX dig in a little bit more.
Yeah, straight away looking to slow things down.
And time's done to dwindle here. Forsaken controlling towards Heaven. Something's there towards Demon 1. This is lovely. Any more, and I get a little bit nervous, but I think Ethan knows he's not going to get given much more play here. Being pressured down by something. And he caused them any more troubles, any more woes? Absolutely not. PRX weathering the storm there. Again, yes, aggressive, yes, got a little bit, I don't even say dangerous with Jing going down, but they instantly shifted gear. That was perfect from them.
Back into full purchase here.
Look at those
Tom
ults,
with the Odin in hand. Wow. Yeah, the ultimate's really starting to swell now for PRX. EG actually going to call the time. I'm not sure if that did come through a little late.
And it's also very uncharacteristic for EG to be calling timeouts this early. We know that they generally have a plan up to almost round 6. Something that they're notorious for. They come in with very, not scripted pistols, but they have a really robust plan. So an early timeout certainly causing me pause for thought here, Mike. As it stands though, PRX, I was worried after map 1 they'd take that to heart, but these guys are warriors at this. They've come back with a blistering response.
I'd be curious to see if there is much of a change here. We've seen EG try to address the back line of PRX a number of times, kind of shadowing some of the executes they've had towards B site in terms of tiles control, taking all of the space in mid, confirming that there's no real second prong to the attack. And what EG think that, because it's not really as if that's caused them any issues just yet. No. They've lost out in terms of gunfights towards the site, but generally in terms of the read of what's going on, you've seen players on EG in the right position to do damage. Like I said, even with that paranoia into B main, nobody posted up close to that, so I don't know if Jorgamo's just trying to slow things down, or he's trying to set somebody else in motion. That's the curiosity on my part.
I have those answers to the questions once we come out of this timeout and get the round underway. What the adjustments may be for EG. They have a purchase here. A couple of big ults. Well, one big ult. And a TP. And on the other side, well, we already noted it. Looking lush for PRX. Looks like a fairly standardized start. Testing towards A, but no instantaneous follow through. We've been seeing kind of, not necessarily one-dimensional, but very hard-headed approaches from PRX.
That might continue here. Looking to regroup ahead of the 60-second mark. Something already trying to make progress towards B. Fish out the turret. Try to, at least on the first beat. Cleans it up on the second. Reckoning invested here, covering the entirety of site. And EG, like I said, perfect read. They're actually playing towards a retake setup here. Team 1 actually finds mine through.
That's a difference. They've had a couple of first picks though, but still, site now being contested. Paranoia center, they try and work off the back of this. CT has 3, they're gonna start swinging on through. Jorgamo in a curious position. Keep your eyes on the kill feed, it's the trade coming out. Forsaken getting invested, swings ahead, and another fight won for Demon 1. And held in place by Divide, but the numbers overwhelming. The site's EG's, and this time it worked out.
I said the read was generally pretty good of how PRX were going to approach the site here. Reckoning invested almost no value outside of finding the plant. Everybody from EG set up to retake very quickly and not giving, but we were talking about in map 1, not giving PRX the time and space to get aggressive. Once PRX see a little bit of space to play into, if they've got 2 or 3 bodies, they're gonna do it.
I wonder if the adjustment, if there is any adjustment from PRX yet. I don't think they have to. It's one round. They've still got Device ult now to bring into this one. 5 towards A, and actually EG have 4 players here. Now sitting a little bit deeper, maybe cognizant of Device ult, but Com clearing towards middle, noting nothing towards tiles. As we can see the PRX, all 5 players here. Can they deal with the flood that's going to be coming their way? Knife goes in, clears out towards Dice. See the Cove going up, the Lear going to come out, a little offset on the timing, but it's fine. No one's there to challenge this. They're respecting it, but Core on the cross, a lot of chip damage being done here. Com laying down the covering fire, takes out Forsaken, and the lockdown is in effect.
They have to retreat here.
And this is a good read from Com.
Mindfreak can't really push much deeper than this, but can swing onto it now. Com posted up with the Odin. He's found him, removed the lurk, removed any sort of safety net from PRX here. 20 HP, something, spike in hand, but he's solo on Catwalk.
This scares the life out of me. Device falling away. Jing trying to get played in maybe if someone tries to re-clear towards A main. Oh, this is so dangerous! Put his life on the line, try and set something in motion, but they stack up onto a shot. What a shot! Something removes Com and opens up a chance, an avenue forward, and Demon 1 might shut it down!
Two knives to the head will find EG their second. And straight away in response, see the timeout come through from PRX. So feeling as if EG are actually here, the comparison to split. It was fast, it was pacey. I don't know if the timeout actually was something that Potter's kind of related to the guys. Slow things down a little, let them play into you. Because again, we're seeing a lot of reactive utility as opposed to start of this. It's, you know, taking space in mid and trying to address the back line. I'm curious now of what PRX's adjustment will be. We definitely haven't seen the same sort of approach in terms of the Reina just yet. We have seen PRX leaning towards death falling. Shocker.
But who'd have thought it? I mean, it got them 4, but it does feel like a bit of a battle of the minds here. You got Potter on one side, obviously, who has a ridiculous conversion rate when you look at timeouts and next round success, incredibly high. Now, I asked the same thing of Alex here. Does PRX have that ability now to shift gear? The EG have found that step, right, as you were alluding to. I don't know what the adjustment will be for PRX going into it. Do they start toying with expectations? They have been deathballing. Do they start trying to punish rotations, catch one of these players off guard? They're going to need something. There's already the money starting to get worked down at here. They still have the ult from Divine. I think, what, 2 away from the Viper's Pit as well, but the others pretty far off.
The concern being EG are in a position to almost get an operator in hand for the next round. Behind a purchase also. Hunter's Fury, we know Com's always good for one with the ultimate.
And it looks like a similar look, right? They're trying to sell the same sort of picture, but the pace change is on short, and it's Jing to open up the account and pretty much take the entirety of the site. No one is on A. They've got complete free reign here to get that plant down and get the site on their side.
I don't know if you've heard it yet, but whether or not Com got caught by the no command here, because he was backing up towards Fountain to try and use the Hunter's Fury. Jing, 45 HP. Demon 1. Trying to sniff him out here on short.
He's down a little lower. Jing, 45. Not enough for the first time. Oh dear, Com from across the map takes out Jing and unlocks the next.
Gets 2!
Good for 1, good for 2. Forsaken stops the rot, denies Demon 1. Nice follow-up from Mindfreak, better from Forsaken. And it's all on Com in a 1v3. Not going to be happening. PRX holding on to the A site.
The reactionary Hunter's Fury here from Com. Just ridiculous how good he is on the Sova. As soon as Demon 1 gets contact here, there's even a flash coming through. I didn't even note the flash from Ethan. And that's the thing, you have to watch 3 or 4 different camera angles to really appreciate the little things that evil geniuses do. Regardless, PRX around on the board, beautiful cleanup from them.
I want to see these guys fully activated now. PRX looking a little pissed off after map 1, coming back in, fully ready to go. And feeling very little intention behind that early utility. EG might adjust off the back of this. 2 players trying to hold goal. Oh my God, the grand reveal! Mindfreak has been removed, and this has stalled out PRX.
I mean, there's 5 people in B main here, and nobody's actually holding for a dart. Com rewarded with a freebie. Boostio played in here with the judge as well, up close and personal.
Be careful. Trying to play the line here. There is no back line to this. There's no exit plan. There's no great escape for PRX. They have no other position to look at the map. It's closing in. The net is closing in. There's no way forward. It's a blender at the hands of Boostio as Divine. Oh, blinded flash, dead. EG starting to figure out that PRX pace.
Beautifully done. Com just understands the timing so well on the Sova. The back of the turret, taking contact, being dealt with. He waits a second or 2. Like I said, nobody able to react quick enough to the dart. And this is the thing, versus EG, you have to expect Com to be in that position.
Yeah.
Time and time again.
Wait, Ethan, has he been seen? Getting nervous here. I think PRX felt something.
They heard me, because now Forsaken's trying to find Com. They have switched up though.
Enemy.
It's Com and Boostio now, Odin and Judge. The dynamic duo elsewhere on the map. PRX looking to maybe set up towards a B split here though.
I like that. Again, we knew that death ball would eventually hit a point it can't carry on at, but Ethan is still ahead of this. Demon 1 taking all the attention, almost enamoring PRX to focus towards him, but it plays in Ethan. Do they still stay diligent? Do they still check as well? First fight, it's his. Boostio succeeds. Ethan on the double down. Takes away Divine Jing, leaving something in Forsaken with a little bit of space and not a lot to do with it. and already feels red. Look at the attention towards CT, the crossfire perfectly held. They're gonna need a lot to break back in here, Mike.
Something. It's paranoid, spinning back and forth, and Jorgamo will find the headshot, just leaving Forsaken as a headshot from Demon One to find the Prime Gaming flawless. And it's so well thought out. You never expect anyone to be ahead of Demon One.
Yeah.
When he's playing like this, when he's hyper aggressive, and Ethan, the one to tuck in close here.
Got a little nervous on the first couple of shots.
Yeah, a little bit. But
But this has broken the bar of PRX. And that was the first time I think we started to see them kind of explore that slightly less single-minded approach. And it's not a bad approach when it is PRX. I can't even doubt it that much. But look at the string of rounds now. Nearly 5 in a row here. After that timeout from Potter, whatever it was the cure. It's completely changed the mentality and the read into this game, and it puts the pressure back on PRX. 5 is respectable. But you want to be seeing a little bit more out of them here. See if they can post up a couple more rounds, give them some safety on that side switch.
see what they're trying to set up towards here. PRX 4 towards short though. We a ton of damage. They're walking into Busco sets up here.
How is Jing alive? How's he still standing? He's still fighting! Jing! I can't believe it! Walks across the map, somehow breathing. Giacomo dives in head first. And Demon One in a similar spot. This time he's going to be handled by Device Utility. And this is that bloodied battle we were waiting on. The explosive pressure that PRX needed has finally landed true. Com now in a 1v3. Jesus, that's too close.
I mean, Devi tagged up down to 48. Going to get an opportunity here to play a rifle out. The safety net here for A site.
He's still got his dart.
Just tough, though, down to 70 HP. Eyes trained on heaven.
He shouldn't have play into this. I think he knows he's really running low on chances here.
Just wait for an exit, maybe.
Yeah. Hello, and goodbye. Gonna take away Mind Freak. Swaps out one on the site, but again, time. Oh, Device having none of it. None of that here today, and Mike, the absolute wherewithal of this team. PRX just flew through that site.
I mean, Busco, it takes him a couple of seconds to actually pop the second Nano Swarm in tree here. I think that's the issue. Jing has a little bit of room to work with, and he's able to get... I mean, that is just beautiful.
Filthy.
Yeah. I was going to say a disgusting spray with the Stinger, but it gets the job done. In one of the most PRX rounds I think we've seen so far today.
They could have done with one. It was starting to get a little nervy, right, when you looked at the run-arounds coming in, but back in we go. Even one played in a little off the spam of comp. And wait, Giacomo just got the first? Ooh. Taking away Jing almost instantaneously is a problem. Clean from Demon One, and no opportunity for a trade.
Of course,
something denied.
Well, thought about it. Something given a second shot here. Some time and space in middle. Spike not committed just yet.
Something's been noted as well.
Yeah, he has. Now PRX looking to regroup. Well, something actually started. Still curious towards team A.
You just keep in mind how deep Aegis is sitting on all of this map as well. They're entertaining no early frags here. No one's playing up by tree. No one's playing close towards the B side. No one's even on the A side. They're sitting CT. They're sitting super deep here. Going to make PRX work for their dinner. They've got plenty of ults though.
Ethan spotted.
Closing in a little. They're looking for chances here, PRX. And there's just being nothing offered.
30 seconds left.
Devi at the jump-off point now. Utility still there. That's not ideal. Actually, a bit of an issue. Neron catching up to him, but towards the site we go. Again, EG not taking the bait, showing discipline. Well, until then, the flash almost perfect. Devi could have been in danger. 13 seconds now. They're in trouble. Spike's left loose, and EG play a patient round.
And the protocol list is so robust from EG. Constantly Ethan jump spotting here. The alarm bot takes contact. They set up for this flash over from spawn to put Bustio in a position to punish Jorgamo. Beautiful opener.
My ultimate.
One enemy
Fantastic stuff. Unfortunately, Mid-round not really suiting PRX there, conceding 2 kills, don't really get an opportunity to pin down any sort of engagement across the map. EG mitigating risk really effectively there.
And look at the pressure. Knife catching Busio, gonna make this very difficult to hold. They have to respect what's coming their way. And Jing disrespecting all the utility, all the presence. Something on the follow-up and the site may be theirs. One stands in their way. Oh my God! Inhuman reaction from something. And this guy is fired up. Back up to 4. PRX hold the numbers. Com hot on their heels though. He ain't a million miles away from this. This becomes difficult now. Jorgamo and Com facing down near on an army. Trying to toy with them, see if they can spot them.
He got tagged.
He's been forced away. Jorgamo dives in. Oh my God, the trade. Look at the HP. Mind Freak is on 29. This is scary. But Com is not being given many more chances. He's got the slip. And no shot.
He's got the swap out.
The pit's gonna drop. Oh, Defy! Gorgeous timing from him. That got down to the wire. In this for PRX happened at the start, right? Gave themselves a nice buffer. There was that turn. There was that timeout that gave EG the springboard back to a competitive half. But PRX still hold the lead here.
They do. Things still looking very scrappy. EG showing that they're happy to go toe-to-toe once again. Continuing that trend. Very early exploration here. Really caught on the counter swing here from Tile.
That'd be nice.
That's his main shell.
That'd be very nice.
Decent damage. Com and Busio down to 45.
Jing will be happy with that, but I mean, damage back on the other side too. Almost walking away in very similar spots, but a totally different change of pace here for EG. Much slower, a little bit more meticulous, a bit more careful. You know what you're facing here, one of the most explosive teams in the world, even on the defending side. Mind Freak shouldering this. It will be Demon 1 to spot. And then Utility instantly coming through. Now note the spike. This is not their end goal. They're drawing eyes over.
Which they haven't actually achieved just yet.
Oh,
Busio lands a banger onto Forsaken. Still conscious that maybe it being the Killjoy could be a lurk setup.
yeah, no over-rotation, is there? They're thinking about it, but again, with this timing, this pacing, 30 seconds, it's going to be down to the wire. This is going to be a very close call on things here, and there's still 2 players to clear out, and it's Jing and something. Yes, lower HP, but still with the boombot. And it's about timing on this. When does he invest? Does he invest? He could do now. Oh, it's stunning from Jing. Denies the first man in. That's Busio. 10 seconds now. They got 2 targets to find. This is so much to do for EG, but Com again! Creating all the space, but PRX playing forward. Already, Mind Freak slipping forward towards Switch, looking to get closer by. Divide by CT, but a 2v4 is so tricky. Mind Freak there draws the attention. Divide on the swing, and denied by Ethan. As EG pick up the pistol in the second half.
For the 6th on the board, 1 away from catching PRX here at the start of the second half. Beautiful opener from Busio.
They left it so late.
Yeah, they did.
Terrified.
Again, the plan is executed perfectly though. The flash over the top to set Com in motion. Really well done by EG.
It makes you wonder, if something a bit more HP, if Jing was sitting a little bit pretty on the HP, maybe they could have held off a little longer, but that's neither here nor there as we go forward at 6-7. EG closing the scoreline just a little bit now. Sheriff coming out from Divide. Beyond that, it's classics. But we saw what Jorgamo was able to do on map 1, so maybe don't write it off just yet, but still. Stack for PRX is coming up as the antidote to this round, but man, it's not going to be easy to make count. EG have been quite careful on their approach. Trying to find that information first, but let's see if they can navigate away from this cluster of mayhem on this site.
EG expecting aggression, maybe not expecting a 4-man stack in A main. They're going to flash out here with Divide. He doesn't actually have a flash.
They're trying to scramble, and there's nowhere to run. Demon 1's in danger, tries to backpedal. It's sensational from PRX. And now Busio and Ethan are reeling off the back of it. Yeah, they get the rest of the map, but look at the upgrades. Look at what they get. A reward for all of that work. But a plant will be had. Can they defend a 2v4 like
I mean,
this?
it's a Spectre and a
Look at
Sharon.
Ethan. Look at Ethan's position. Oh my god.
Oh, he's heard it.
Ethan knows what's coming his way. 3 on the other side. First, found. Second, follow-up. Ethan holding them back. Oh, and a third! Recovering what looked like a lost round!
What a performance from Ethan.
That's an Arte round right there.
A
Vintage.
sensational 4K. To bail out EG.
That looked like Paper X's mic all day long. That start was, God, out of this world.
I mean, this third kill is beautiful. Then the bait with the flash here. Bounces deep. Forsaken has to commit to turning it. Yeah, take a bow.
Oh man, Paper X, need you to stabilize here now. Rifles coming up. Gotta keep their heads held high in this one. EG willing to get down and dirty, scrappy into this. A little bit more of a pace change here, getting a little bit more progress done early on. Looking like Ethan wants to work towards that ult, and well, with the round that he just had, why not? He's very close by.
Team 1's got some space to work with here. Look at the respect given by something. Playing all the way towards Fountain. Door is closed, so there's no real need to jump spot anything, but to say that, Jing did actually just snatch you up. Spotted a ton of players inside B main. Obviously this exchange of utility here. It's almost TP'd in.
He's in, and Demon One's caught someone in. What? Demon One! How's he doing this much damage? Jing and something trying to hold the line, and they're doing so well. Something is serious about this one. Trying to dig his heels in here, but Demon One's still standing and still breathing. There are problems. Divide by Something's side. And Jorgamo on the other, they're getting aggressive, they're going fast. Something wants in, and he's got in. He's taken the round away from them. EG left in tatters as Paper X depending on something there, and he finds it.
What a brutal battle in some of these rounds. A furious exchange.
Mechanical
Blows it.
monsters.
Look at... Oh my God. I said, given some space, something respecting the setup here initially.
One enemy remaining.
Beautiful cleanup though between Divide and something. Find
Magnificent.
Paper X their first round here in the second half. They come away with that though, 2 Bulldogs, so that was just EG's bonus.
Jing's getting a little interested. He's got something walking middle as well. EG aren't really taking that walk. Slowly but surely. Starting to get a bit more curious about what's happening in middle here. It's been enough that's put some question marks around the map. Oh my God, something.
I don't think he knows just how close Boostio was there.
Oh, Jing!
Yeah, Ethan trying to set it up with a flash. Boostio punished.
Yeah, fell for that one, almost hook, line, and sinker, wanting to try and punish contact that they had. And Jing's not relenting. He's not falling back, and maybe he should have. Ethan's got an opportunity, even the scoreboard.
Just look at this setup here. Between something and Forsaken.
Oh.
Yeah, Demon One's like, what the hell's going on in there?
Didn't like what he found. But this map is not looking comfy. 30 seconds, they have no way in here. Ethan going for the ult. They pushed forward. Profound aggression from...
He just spotted him.
Oh my God. Oh my good God. He's played ahead of it. And Ethan's still doing damage. Spike is running towards A with 18 seconds. When do they realize? When do they turn already? You can see one of them on the case. Mind Freak trying to come on over with 12 seconds. Oh, this plant could be in. Let's see if that cross is made. Jorgamo's made it over. That should be a plant. But up towards heaven. There's 2 coming on forward. Not denied on the plant, but the follow-up's everything. Something now starting to get closer. Comms found something. Mind Freak couldn't quite get the trade. They've slipped away. And Devi gets a bit closer himself. Jorgamo's got him. And now it's Devi in a 1v3. 2 low, and it's very possible for this man. But look at these angles. Brutal to clear. 2 flashes to play with. Can he isolate a fight? What can he do in this? Takes another step, looks for the fight, he's got it! And now the 1v1, but time is against him, and there's a demon on the other side!
Beautiful stuff here. Divide catching a crucial kill onto Ethan, or knocking him in the null command here. And that's the time, but it comes so late that, I mean, you even noted it, when was somebody going to start rotating, but Divide finds the kill, and it's pretty much knife out the entire time. They still don't beat EG to A site. Beautiful all around Ethan as well. Can't remember who it was actually caught in B main in the corner there with the Forsaken, I believe.
The
flash goes through, null command is popped, and again, with all PRX's utility up, there's kind of I mean, it's their own demise in that regard.
Yeah.
The null command goes up, there's no open sight lines towards main, which is why they try and get aggressive. As soon as they concede that kill on Forsaken, Divide's hand is forced, he has to commit to the flank, and it's already too late at that point. 8 apiece here.
Wow. I knew this was going to be a good best of 5, Mike, but we're seeing this really kept close. I'm a bit worried about this half, though. I think seeing the kind of start we're seeing here from EG looking quite well prepared, the money scenario for PRX, what do they do with this? And the timeout hitting as it is, it's quite indicative they're trying to find adjustments, right? They're trying to find a way forward that's going to work for them here. This composition should be hard to make work, but they're aggressive. They know how this plays out, right? It's not the first time we're seeing it, but I'm a little worried. I'm seeing a hero rifle on Divine, and that's about it.
You have the showstopper to play with, but Jing not throwing a shield in the mix here. I don't know if that maybe he's going to try and use that reactively. He's got to get out of this corner. Spammed up, and a 51 HP, but escapes death.
They need to try and feel out where the stack may be, and a quick reaction from PRX is actually putting them in potentially the correct space. Eyeing up towards the A site now. You can see EG on red alert. After some of those moves we've been seeing coming out, some of those aggressive plays, the flashes off the back, and speaking of aggressive plays, there's the flash. He knows he's drawn attention here. What do EG do now with the information they've received?
Very cautious approach here. Saw an earlier example of anticipating aggression. PRX already looking like they're going to lean towards a stack on A. Incorrect read here with what we can see.
It's a gamble stack. You gotta try and risk it, but
I mean, EG have done really well to deny information across the map, so forcing their hand at PRX in that regard.
yeah, absolutely. So this should be the green light. Shouldn't be any resistance towards the B site here, so it's all on how much can they achieve on the way out. And I already like the readjustment from Com. I love seeing this.
I think we just saw a teaser for a future execution there with the cloud burst up onto the top, the flash out from Ethan. So we do get that employed once again. Com.
The timing, get out of it! Okay, good trade. That's a rifle, but they don't have time really to maybe run and grab that.
No.
Maybe Forsaken can try and give it a go, but they can get a bit dangerous. Hold on, that flash is a bit of an issue, but it plays in Boostio, but still very diligent on the clear. Boostio cleaning him up here. Forsaken, the last one alive. You can hear the timer ticking away. Demon 1 willing, ready and able to remove the final threat. This round was a gamble stack, and it didn't work out.
G will take the lead. PRX now in a position that feels a little uncomfortable. You look at what's behind this purchase, you look at what's coming out in this purchase, to be honest with you.
One enemy remains.
Divide down on a Bulldog. We will see the operator coming out for something. A chance for him to maybe get something done here. Become a little more aggressive. Well, just saw him, yeah. He's behind Pizza, actually.
Wow.
So hold a very, very passive angle here. This isn't typical, really, of PRX's approach here. Well, not typical of EG's approach either, but...
Com, normally good for it. He's cleared out common angles. He's basically facilitated this whole site hit. So something has to try and hold. And the first shot not landing opens up so many opportunities for EG. Not feeling secure on the side just yet. PRX looking maybe to pounce on this. Waterfall in, and they do. Jing takes away Ethan. This is looking much better here. Holding with 5 alive. Can they make it more? Yes! Mind Freak. Damage done. Good trade. Boostio still bounding away. But the plant's not in. It's held in the hands. Jorgamo not quite there just yet. 24 HP that all the Boostio has to boast. And now looking for the plant. Jorgamo's got Jing.
A late lockdown as well. This causes real issues for PRX.
They've got to run. They've got to get out of this. This is the plant that they wanted. And now a true 3v3, but that
Spike planted.
something. Maybe. Oh my, wait.
Wait,
Forsaken.
did Boostio try and reflank through
It
mid?
looked like it, but Forsaken was so ready. And now the counter roll. They're going off this one. Jorgamo's in danger. He's screwed. Trying to stick around on the site. He's been noted. He's been seen. How long can he survive? He's going to be hounded down. Dead. Buried. It's all on Com in a 1v3. Tap on the spike. First challenge found. Seconds there. PRX. Perfect to tie it back up to 9 apiece.
I love the idea here from EG. Again, the execution, and maybe this is reliant on a kill or two towards short. PRX in that regard, I guess, doing the right thing and not giving anything away. Well, they barrel down Catwalk, find themselves in tree very, very quickly.
They're keeping up, Mike. They are clawing onto this game. They do not want this one to go like Split did, that 13-10. PRX showing real resilience here. As said, last dance for Jing.
Get out of my way.
And it looks like an aggressive start for him as well. Up and over, not quite. Pain Shell going to be left, and Forsaken couldn't quite get around the corner.
Jorgamo tries to capitalize on the aggression, TPing elsewhere on the map, but PRX disengage very
Belter.
quickly. Something. We'll find Boostio as well. Finds a little bit of value with that operator in hand now.
Where does EG look? Looking at Jorgamo, already cracked clear through Wine.
Here.
But there's 3 players here. Again, with PRX keeping the numbers up, they get the beauty of just having that additional body they can post towards the site. Mind Freak drift around towards top middle, noting maybe the vulnerability there, but it looks like maybe Devi's the one who could receive the attention if they furthered the pathing up towards tree. As it stands, it's only Demon 1. Yes, Jorgamo A main, but indecision. It feels like for EG, waiting to see if there is a re-aggress here. Oh,
So have something.
that was
Find another
lovely.
kill here onto Com.
Good
Mind Freak tucked into this
wait.
pocket though. This
Look
could be
at
deadly.
this. Oh, wait. No, they have no idea. Ethan's found you. There's no idea. There's no way. Devi even. Not his call on the way up regardless. Beautiful from Devi. Yes, Mind Freak's position would have been the back line if required. But Devi doesn't even let it get that far.
Finds all 3 to clean things up, finding PRX double digits here.
Huge for them.
And a big bailout in terms of the finances. They've been struggling for the last few rounds to find a response. Like I said, the operator finally finding some value here. It's Boostio and Com. PRX one away from the pit. EG, nothing really on the brink here for them. Yeah, rifle in the hands of Demon 1 to try and get something done here. An early paranoia though. Mitigated or negated by the paint shell. EG don't want to give up the space though.
But there's a trade. Forsaken's got to be careful. He's the last standing bastion of this site. Support's on the way, and Devi gets there, but Boostio hands out a haircut to Forsaken. It rolls on the floor. You're looking at Devi, who's been absolutely nuts this map. Does EG continue? They could pause for a little bit. They're still above a minute. This is early fights, and the temptation for that rifle, I'm sure, is just as well. But Boostio knows better. Note Mind Freak here. How far does he go? No, I think he felt the timing out a little bit.
Here.
For sure. EG though, have cut noise behind this. PRX with the correct read though.
Oh,
There's
got him out of the sky!
How did he just land that?
Something is activating here. This guy's coming online. The last couple of rounds have been essential to this player, and a fantastic catch on the adjustment from Com. There's no escaping your fate. You've got to stand and fight, and Devi, the final boss of B,
left.
not going to give it up, not going to let him back in.
PRX looking like they want to answer back here. With a map win on Ascent, will force a timeout here. Oh my God. Nah. I take it back. He does not look like they're ready for my ranked game.
And it's a timeout for EG now. 3 consecutive rounds from PRX.
Their own three-way from the lockdown. It's just not feasible.
So what's the answer? I've loved what Something's been able to do. Yes, obviously a very flashy shot in the one just gone, but even bigger picture, he has been finding such impact since getting that operator in. But I'm looking like a change-up might be in place here. Forsaken taking over the role. Don't do that to me.
I mean, he's just hit that shot, and then you take the operator off him.
What is he up to? What is the game plan here? It looks like he's getting into it. They're getting aggressive again. Look at the crunch towards tiles. This puts them on the chopping block. Forsaken not going to land the shot he wanted. EG running away. They don't want any of what's being sold over there. They've already lost Demon 1. Yes, Jing fell as well.
Does the pick come out from Mindfreak now?
He has
He's
every
swinging
option.
ahead of the wall.
Mindfreak, are you mad? Get out of there. EG are on the way. It could be hot flash and a swing. That's audacious. And it might be a mistake.
They've just given them a 3v2 and an open sight.
I think they underestimated who was here and when. Forsaken still has the operator. Something on the Vandal. This seems just bizarre. And with the chance, something slipped forward. The Cove actually helping, but Giacomo gets denied. A 2v2 now on the side. Busio and Com trying to keep control. Swing, a miss, Com on the trade, but he finds Forsaken. And the shot done, it's huge. Something is bleeding, but he's still standing and still fighting.
Ice cold from Something.
He stared them down.
Yeah.
He stared them down.
That's the brute force you get from a player like him.
Look at this, man.
Oh my God. Beautiful stuff. That's 2 rounds now. He's had ridiculous impact for PRX. It's given PRX map point here. EG trailing by 3.
With the spam already. Not great for Demon 1. He's gone. He's fallen. Jing getting a little closer too. They're scrambling. They can't go along this route any further. Oh my God, Jing. It's PRX. They don't shot. You didn't see him, Busio. How have you done that? He's got a lockdown.
He forces out here.
Device walking into it. Device walked into it. This is just unbridled aggression. Again and again, they keep retaking the fights.
Who's next? Mindfreak down to 70 HP. Something positioned towards mid. Has an operator. No chance to actually swap this weapon out ahead of the retake. He's actually popped his Empress as well.
Okay, so
finally things slow down.
yeah, that feels just like a mental break for these two. The utility that EG has is quite substantial. But something is here. And that's enough that makes me worry. He's still paranoid about middle. The flash is good, sticks around for the shot, plays in Mindfreak, he waits on the first, he pounces, no he doesn't! Ethan! He's bailed him out until then! Com stays alive, EG with a lifeline.
It's another example of the layering of utility from EG is so good. They cut sound here, wait for the cooldowns to come back. The flash allows the ping to come through. You can see that Ethan actually tanks the Lear. He's nearsighted, but the ping from the recon is perfect. Speaking of perfect.
Stop it. Stop it. That's how you stay alive? That's how you get to 10? It feels unfair. But it ain't over yet, Mike. 10 to 12. PRX still on the verge. One more round. They tie up this series. And something getting interested in middle here.
Pit will lock down A main. Something not noted just yet. We'll see. Com hasn't invested in utility towards mid. Well, they want to regroup pretty early on outside B.
Placing alarm bot.
Leave Jorgemite posted. Does have the TP, an opportunity to regroup later on, but they find themselves a fairly favourable engagement here. Lockdown will clear sight as well.
And I worry
Paint
for
shot.
their exit. Okay.
Yeah, it does deal with
That'll do.
that.
Lovely. Oh, that's fantastic, isn't it?
I don't know if they felt as if they knew where Jing was earlier on.
Now they're at 38 seconds and they ain't got a step towards sight. And look who's on the other side here. Something with a huge opportunity. A step is heard and it's more than enough for him. And now more information aplenty. Com in trouble, but a great bailout from him. Devi looking to get involved though. A pixel out of place and he spotted him. But 20 seconds, EG need to keep going. Devi's gone down. Brought down on his hands and knees as Jing trying to fill the void. Catches on the cross, gonna deny Com. Getting towards the side. Jing, fantastic. 10 seconds. They've got to get the spike down. They've done just enough to get into a 1v2. Demon 1 out of this world performance now Forsaken to try and take down the remainders. Sitting pretty, perfect HP. But can he find the double stack towards? Hell no, he can't. EG nearly tying up the series off the back of exceptional work from Demon 1.
And I feel like with one round just there, they've just broken the momentum that PRX had established here in the second half on Ascent.
Oh, that
I mean,
shot.
the second shot to Jorgemite is outrageous. But there was so little time to recover.
Nice! Up his tree.
Come out finally after a string of rounds, PRX forced into a lighter purchase, be it just a stinger.
I was wondering if they were up to something off the rip there, Mike. I saw 3 of them stacked up and I get a little worried. It doesn't matter the scoreline. PRX will still do something absolutely demented.
They just got the Reckoning off that. That early aggression has rewarded them the Reckoning. Now they have the Showstopper. It's 2 ultimates that can be employed
What?
towards a retake here.
Devi and Mind Freak getting a little closer makes me nervous.
He tried to pop flash off this last time.
We're so aware of a nicer angle to hold those who's just
Yeah.
not affected.
Bait things out. In terms of information, you figured out initially early on where Forsaken is. Now you know where Devi is. Com trying to confirm a third presence.
They're waiting for the check, and here it comes. The swing and a miss from D1, and something is just a straight-up killer. 2 back-to-back. Ethan gets a chance to punish. He's not clean enough. Something is absolutely demonic right now. Trying to get across the line. PRX are holding on here. They want to tie up the series, get us back to a 1-1 scoreline. PRX be walking into this off the back of a fantastic performance just a moment ago. And EG have to steady their nerves now.
Initially, PRX looking to continue the trend of deathballing. Lots of bodies outside Fountain here. Stimbeacon will come down. Ethan hasn't actually flashed yet, but he will note the Trailblazer.
Ethan.
Stun comes through. He's going to get double stunned.
Look at the assists on that bad boy. He was dead before he could blink. Not a chance in hell. And now Com trying to get away with, oh my God, he still gets 1. That's ridiculous. But again, it's on the aim of the back lines of Boostio doing some serious damage. And the follow-up from Jorgemite. Wait, they're down so low. And Jorgemite on the trade. It's just the Mind Freak to be eviscerated by Jorgemite. How did EG convert that back?
it's such a weird 3 to 5 second pause here on the orb on B long to maybe set up for this flash play through. But it costs PRX everything. EG should have never had a chance to play back in here.
Zero. That start was dreamy. Take it down. Ethan Marie had a chance to react. The follow-up, yeah, you lose one, but that's fine. How did they get back in there? I couldn't even imagine that going any other way than PRX's.
What a ridiculous turnaround. Theme 1 now will be played in. Scope in hand still. I mean, Forsaken actually commits to this TP. Tag comes through, Demon 1 down to 72 HP, but still feeling pretty good about that.
And someone's chilling.
I think I just saw him rub his hands together, basically as if, yeah, I've got a kill here, boys.
I'm good.
Somebody's definitely taking this TP.
Ethan? Oh, I thought he just flashed through to check the TP then. He didn't. He went through towards showers, but definitely leaves you wondering. And EG's starting to get a little antsy. They've drawn over the additional body towards the B site there. It's going to be Jorgamo joining. Forsaken trying to sell him something, trying to indicate presence, but the two players who are left on this A site for EG, well, I was going to say they were playing deep, but Demon 1's looking for a chance. Jin can't quite close that gap quick enough. And
something, he actually came out of the TP.
oh no, he's still good for it. He's still good for it. And they're taking the grand tour. So it falls down towards Com, whose position could be pivotal, could be everything. They're gonna waterfall down, bounce once, and they're dead! Com! 3 back-to-back, and oh my God, Forsaken. As if he got that. But the time and the spike is everything. It's deep in enemy territory, and they're so unlikely to get away with any more. Trying to be a little naughty around the map, and EG keep 3 alive.
Spectre absolutely farms on the back of the Viper Wall decay here. Khan picks himself up, a couple of kills, 1 away from the pit already, actually.
That's big. It's big work early.
Yeah, a chance here even to have it to play into the bonus round here.
I'm seeing the bite. He almost went for a phantom there. Didn't eventually commit to it, but
Jorgamo buying a judge down to 0 makes me feel as if he's probably going to play a lot of judge this half.
You think so?
Yeah.
Things we love to see. Well, he's in the right place for it, potentially. He can turn that flash, and he can! He keeps him at the doorway, can't get through. He falls off from this. First blood drawn instantaneous. That's Jin gone. Lots of that burst is now removed.
The read is perfect as well. The PRX is going to go for the double satchel flash into showers. Demon 1 now played in on shore. Spotted though. Just to give up the angle for just a moment. Late usage of the trap will go through. Focus their efforts now onto shore.
Hold up.
Beautiful stun. Let's try and set Forsaken in motion, but it's come through to a kill.
Jorgamo's movement is actually a treat to watch at the moment. Still holding a little bit of space, but PRX now starting to carve away at this A site, trying to find themselves some safety for a plant here, but the timing's not good enough. Great trade for Demon 1, Forsaken and Mind Freak, trying to break the back line. That is the critical kill. Taking away Boostio opens up this map. They should be able to get a safe plant down. Now, yes, the Vandal fell into the hands of Ethan here, but this is a lot to ask. He's going to play ahead of the volley! Denies the first attempt at the plant. A quick flash follow-up. And now you look towards Com. How much value can he get? Not very much. They've taken the TP. They want out of there.
No smoke, though, and no molly for Mind Freak.
It's only a stinger, though.
I mean, that snake blade should land.
It has.
It's just outside the orb, though. Have to tank a little bit more damage there.
Flash to play for Ethan. Could try and maybe allow Com a chance to close the gap, but look at the creep coming in as well from Mind Freak, slowly working around by CT. That's a very favorable fight for him. The flash was, oh my God, the combination, the fake flash, forcing him away, allowing Com the angle, but something still standing. Remember what he was doing on that last map. Remember, this man is a straight up killer. Oh, but he ain't got it now. Ethan and Com, what a combination from them.
The fake flash is just beautiful. And Com still lands pretty much every shot with the stinger from that distance. Mind Freak has to be seething after that one. But a beautiful round from start to finish by Ethan. And the play outside the showers ahead of the molly as well. To give EG the bonus conversion here on Bind.
Operator in hand for Demon 1 as well. Quick to it on the other side. Full buy, and the ults are very close here too. Plenty on the cusp.
Blinded.
We'll find members here. Same sort of attempt here with the stun and the flash. TP up long here as the pistol round.
Oh, Forsaken's
He's got the ult. Yeah, he can investigate right
But
away inside.
They can't clear him, so okay, apparently Jig
Wallbang
can.
him, yeah?
Yeah, shoot my body. Come clear him, but Ethan still with a chance to do some damage. Great trade and a great follow-up. The two remainders in a lot of trouble here, but Jormo's gone a little ahead. Now, it looks like Mind Freak's keeping a little bit of a watch towards this.
Spike planted.
Demon 1's not all that invested just yet.
A kill. He's got the paint shells and the showstopper online here.
Player standing.
Mind Freak though, very sharp to
Beautiful.
find there. Demon 1 has to hold on to this operator now. PRX will find themselves first round here on Bind. On the back of Forsaken's info gathering on the Yoru.
Teleport's ready. That's not ready. A gift.
Forsaken doing wonders there. Soon as that Viper pit came up, it was just
It was instant, yeah.
He knew what was going on, and I've got to say, bigger picture as well here. This is going to be a really tough game for Ethan too. You saw that pressure on Long, the amount of utility that's almost tailor-made to catch him off guard. He's going to have to find a way to handle this, because we saw it in the pistol, we've seen it lent back to here. Now obviously that's with the supplementing, the ults coming in and everything else, but just straight on through, find the common.
Yeah, it's tough as well, because Com doesn't want to completely disengage here and allow the pit to fall, but he's in a spot here where it's very easy to wallbang.
Yeah.
I mean, the only real spot there behind default where it's kind of reinforced, but even then it's risky.
Not many options. Still with a purchase, but you're going to see some pieces missing. Ethan on one side of it, down to SMG. Judge back out for Jorgamo, but it feels like he's wanting to run that. But you're looking at the rest of PRX, who are now stabilizing a bit here. Seeing the lean forward from Demon 1. But the pressure once again, I'm looking at this B site, they are going to be tested time and time again here. PRX making no subtleties of this.
Team 1 off the showstopper, find himself a kill. Heavy things here, going to follow up the Trailblazer.
They're going.
Satchel through.
Oh, this
Tons of
man.
space created. Com's found the kill.
Com over-delivering, and Ethan trying to keep his head down. Jorgamo dives in, tries to save his boys, but now the spike left in the hands of EG. Device surrounded, he can't get away from it. Boostio the one to put him down. Forsaken overwhelmed. EG respond right back.
EG playing with a very different pace today. Across the board, different approach. Happy to take these scrappy engagements, go blow for blow with PRX. We'll force a timeout here with a 4-1 scoreline. PRX going to be scratching their heads. Funds already starting to dwindle. Ultimates, yes, but haven't found much success yet outside of creating opening engagements, and even then they're not really converting that towards rounds.
No. It was quite interesting, an interview with Potter prior to this when discussing facing the likes of PRX and kind of discussing the ability to have to be fully committed to this. Any indecision, they'll win. Anytime you second guess, you hesitate, there is a chance for PRX, they will close that gap, they'll win that fight, they'll play to the pace they always will do. So interesting to see that EG have changed a little bit of the tempo towards this, maybe more willing to brawl, as if that's the conclusion they've come to, then fair enough. But this does mean these games will be high octane throughout. I don't think we can stress that enough. And I think for PRX, we're going to have to discuss what the buy is going to be looking like into this round. And for the rest of this game, yeah. Do they fully commit towards this? I mean,
Divide's in a spot to maybe throw a rifle in here. You see him quite often buy down to 700-800 credits, even on save rounds. But, yeah, I was going to say, if Mind Freak keeps the Sheriff,
okay.
he swapped out to a Stinger, they are forcing. Yeah.
They've got ult. Maybe a little set into motion by Demon One. That's his chance to escape. They've done serious damage. Forsaken now, left in pieces. And PRX have the opportunity closed in this round. Where do they pivot to?
They don't have the smokes left now. They haven't achieved anything on the back of the window created of Mindfreak smokes being invested.
The flash didn't catch. But look who's here, Jorgamo, get out of it. Cleared, fantastic from something. Next in line, Ethan, this is when the ults become critical key. Counter flash comes in, but the ult gets popped. That shot, how's Boostio standing? That look to his feet. Not to be, and the follow-up. So clean with it, Mindfreak now next. Where's Divide? Trying to invest to flash. Great work for PRX. 10 seconds though. They got to get it done now. Plant going to come down and Demon One is watching. Eyes trained on this. Mindfreak looking for a fair fight, and there's not much fair about this 1v2. A molly to play, and a shot missed. A quick slip out though. As Mindfreak gets to reposition. Still not certain about Com.
8 bullets. Has to find an opening headshot potentially.
He's trying to play a little ahead here. A little bit of a gap to play with, not much, and that gap has been closed. He had to try, and try as he might. EG playing in unison. A nice attempt from PRX, but it wasn't enough to keep control of the map.
I mean, it's just heartbreaking that Com still, at this stage of the round, there's 2 snake bites to force him out of the corner. Beautiful stuff. Boostio's first shot.
Yeah.
I mean, this was a headshot. Oh, okay, something. Yeah, Boostio shutting down the showstopper.
Down you go.
That was a force up. That was, I think, what, 2 of the ults, showstopper there and Rolling Thunder, right?
I mean, we have investment again as well, but Divine and Jing have brought down to 302. It just feels a little desperate right now. This makes for very uncomfortable viewing if they don't find a round here, Lauren.
See the pressure starting to be building towards the side. 4 players stacked in for EG though. Jorgamo denied on the first try. Jing gonna pick up the mantle. Com though, just stunning in his work. Jing with another essential trade. Gonna keep some safety on the site to maybe facilitate the plant. Maybe not. Denied this time by Boostio. Pausing for thought as Ethan can now come back around. Something's in danger. He's so low HP.
Smokes have dropped as well. Which gives Ethan a little bit of an advantage in this situation.
That's big from Jing though, identifying the position still. Demon One's still got to do work here. They've got something pinned. And a flash in play for Ethan. Who moves first? Trying to isolate towards Ethan, but Demon One's got him. Catching that cross, and now Jing with it all to do. Oh, he's found the first, but the follow-up. Oh, up and over he goes. The Demon One puts him down. PRX unable to strike back on the board.
Beautiful way to close out. Demon One starting to land shots now with the operator. Com goes huge under so much pressure after Jorgamo falls. Still here to, again, counterbalance this, gets Forsaken and Divine in this situation. Like I said, PRX, unfortunately, it's another example where even in that 20-second window with Mindfreak smokes down, they don't get the plant in. The despair starting to show. On the coach cam, a 6-1 scoreline here for EG, who are looking dominant.
Fake teleport.
Forsaken
Cutting through.
trying to build that ult back up. Did well for them before. They're being cornered in. The re-aggress EG looking like they want to get into things as well. A 1-for-1 trade. Boostio lost and oh my god, Forsaken's gone down as well. Jorgamo's just unleashing fury. Look at the damage that man's doing.
He just keeps peeking.
Zero respect, pure confidence. And Com waiting. Smoke's dropped, as is Mindfreak. Divine out. There's nowhere that feels safe. A chance at a plant, maybe. 48 seconds. How much can one man do? He would love a kill here.
Divine creeping closer and closer.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Noted here. 30 seconds left. But you got to feel like he has to have found a kill already, Lauren.
Yep, and with Com slipping even deeper towards Showers, not allowing it to be easy, no one is giving Divide freedom. He might have to just take a... It's a gamble at this point. The flash, yes, he now knows there's someone in shower, but he's not going to let this slip. Look at this. This is just excruciating for Divide. He can't find these kills, and EG slip into absolute discipline as PRX slipping into despair at 1 round to 7.
And a beautiful crunching showers here. Utility comes flooding through. Said Jorgamo just keeps swinging. Refusing to back down.
Yep.
You like that hole, baby? You like that hole, baby?
Will force another timeout here from PRX, burning both by round 9.
They're struggling here.
I mean, dare I say it's looking at the economy, being a little frustrated with some of the decisions in game.
Sure.
Because they're in a situation again here. It's going to be Stingers, Sheriffs, maybe. They don't have the same benefit with a similar purchase we saw a couple of rounds ago, but they have a showstopper on a Rolling Thunder off the rip.
You're right.
They have an orbital strike. One to find for Forsaken and Jing, sure, but that's the first hurdle. I don't feel like PRX have got past the first hurdle in a few of these rounds so far.
No, they're definitely struggling to get that activation here. Not even seeing the individuals find that impact. Harder to make it work. Credit to EG for coming out looking fantastic, obviously, but this composition was a little bit of a surprise for us, and I don't even want to blame the comp on this either. It's not been the worst part of this. It's not been able to find what they need. And they go back in, and it's Sheriffs and a Stinger, Mike. 1 orbital strike. I don't know if they've got a pocket piece built around this.
We maybe try and get Jing into a position here to find a kill for Stinger. You know, I mean, you know he's good for him. Again though, draws out the paint shell, the boombot, fault line. And D1's back on the angle already. I mean, he wasn't expecting somebody to be drifting back up this way.
Oh. They're sticking around. They're willing to disrespect the utility and re-clear. The only surprise is Jing is going to close enough towards Jorgamo, and this 1v1 has been going generally Jorgamo's way. That's a nice change, and the flash is fantastic. Forsaken taking over the site now with the back of a perfect flash put into place by Divide. Plant now and the time on their side. A 5v3, a couple of upgrades here and there, but a chance made. You think going to catch Mind Freak on the way back out?
3v4 now for EG.
Oh, this angle.
Jing could absolutely shut this down.
Oh,
he's spotted though.
He might have just lost that chance. And Forsaken's found Team 1. This is much better though. Forsaken activating something's there. PRX adjust. Off the back of some wondrous work coming in towards Lamps, clearing on through. Beautiful. Outdoing Jorgamo, forcing him away.
I mean,
a lifeline here, Mike.
Definitely a lifeline. A very slow approach here. With a lesser purchase will net them the first round since round 4. But EG not necessarily feeling the heat in that regard. Financially, maybe. The ultimates here, just missing 1 for a full deck. Ethan 1 away from the Seekers already, the pit. Invested here. Shut down towards B long.
PRX testing the waters. See if anyone willing to take the bait towards showers. Not the case. Ethan sees nothing. Obviously, going to note the shots, but that's about it. Now they've got to try and figure out why this PRX side is going, and it's cautious and it's slower. This is very uncharacteristic for PRX, obviously. So, do they dare challenge towards the pit? Surely not.
Who's next?
Forsaken, we're going to pave the way here. A D1 spotted a junk P. Trailblazer will come through.
How long is he standing on this man? He does have... Oh, Forsaken outdoes him! TP on the TP, and Forsaken gets it right! That's the side where... Oh my god, the counter. The ults right on top of each other, going to deny the plant, going to come through, but Jing holding the line, defending this with his life if he has to. They want to get that plant down. Backline, though, going to be tested by Com as well. Oh, Paint Shopper! Paint Stopper! Oh my god, this is ridiculous. They paused for a second. Is there a plan? Can Com deny this? I'm seeing the jump up as well. Jorgamo trying to close the gap. Something with a missed shot. Mindfreak's got Com. Backline secured. The gap is getting close though. Divine now on the swing. He's got one and the second. Divine holding on to this. PRX barely making it out of that.
I mean, clinging to life right now, putting everything on the line.
These last 2 rounds.
Yeah, just to get another 2 on the board.
The TP from Forsaken.
Just,
come on.
I mean, it's so well crafted.
There was no escaping for Demon
No,
One.
there really wasn't.
I guess those 3 rounds were enough, right? EG have felt the pressure. No more of that. Barely any more rounds to run into this, but I mean, they've broken the money.
Indeed, we talked about coming into that, they were 1 away from the Seekers, and that would have been a full deck in terms of the ultimates. Everything is thrown into that round.
What do they have going back out? Demon One can get a rifle. Ethan can buy. I'm looking at Boostio, who's going to be lacking. Tom might struggle. Obviously, Jorgamo down on the Stinger. He's been sitting with the judge, but still, this is far from ideal.
And in a wild turn of events now, PRX have a little bit of a financial cushion, a buffer. But still trailing by 4. I mean, if they somehow come back to a 7-5 half here, it just defies logic how they fought back in.
The grit and determination to be able to do this would be wild. They've got a full purchase, no ults to depend on. I think they're 1 off from Seekers. A couple away from Rolling Thunder, but that's neither here nor there. Can they keep isolating these fights? They're going back towards the A side here. A 4-play stack from EG.
Say, a typical utility, especially Jing's way ahead of it. Jorgamo shuts him down.
Now they're going to lose Jing on this one. That's a problem. That's a rifle in hand too. A nice little upgrade. I'm getting curious. Does he catch any of the audio cues or note any of the players? Something will be leaning back here. That's enough. He's in trouble though because they've taken towards long here. Forsaken's ahead of this and forced away the flash in unison. Buys him a little bit of time. Oh, and Jorgamo, come on. Nice shot, but something's got the trade. A 3v4. Keep in mind the weaponry, the flash to a device, something with a full kit here. He can be critical. He could change this game. But Ethan's aware. He's watching this. The flash through. Perfect from Devi. The site looking safer by the second, but Boostio on the way. And speaking of timing, that's the spike down. Molly to follow potentially. Come on the punish. And now Mindfreak in the 1v2. He's on 13 HP. What's he meant to do with this? Can he find Demon One? Can he get the clean kill? He's trying to creep a little closer, look for anything, anyone to give him an inch, but they've taken a mile. EG turning it around in a Thrifty.
Last round.
What a crazy turn of events. EG respond with a round when they basically had nothing to bring in here.
One enemy.
They have no right to find an 8th. Give PRX to Rolling Thunder, the Seekers for round 12 here. But EG gonna be loving that.
What's the options now? And it looks like a pace change actually from EG. Straight down B long, but Jing's gonna take maybe the space. He's gonna surely hear this. Wait, they're taking a look, but they had no idea the amount of bodies behind this. So much presence down long, they didn't expect it to be 4 of EG. The trade out is that Devi and Jing go down.
I mean, the wild thing is, it's one of the few times you see PRX in some semblance of a default as well. Able to isolate a couple of players on the extremity here, but elsewhere, Mindfreak gonna get an opportunity to find some space on A. Com has just been playing contact towards spawn. So this is the plan all along for EG.
But Forsaken could catch Jorgamo. The spike is tripped. Okay, could, but doesn't. And now it's on Mindfreak and something. And yes, Mindfreak's got space, but as you noted, Com has been sat here waiting for this the whole time. And look at it. Look at what's on the other side. Fully prepared, fully aware, EG. handling this round near on perfectly, and something, it ain't happening. EG on the adjustment here, pumping those brakes right back at a 9-3.
And it's such a beautiful read, even after
The name, a pistol would be the first step, right, Mike? They need to get this one going. Any plans they have in mind, anything they've cooked up has to come out from the very word go.
Do we see any form of aggression, any proactivity across the map? EG so far have looked flawless in terms of the reads, in terms of the setups. Even here, EG poised. Just in case PRX do decide to put anything out to open up the round. Trap set up early, just the other side of the Viper wall on shore, and looks as if EG might drift towards the B site.
Okay, so it's Divide and Forsaken. Divide deciding against falling to what happened to Ethan, essentially. Trying to sit a little deeper, make him work for this. Flash to stall, rotations on the way. 3 players trying to come on over, and Forsaken good for it. Fantastic find. Bustio goes down, but Com does get the trade, but no follow-up. They've noted that no one else has come out. They still at least have one player watching this push, watching this cross. They've stalled out EG.
So already Mindfreak looking to rotate elsewhere. 40 seconds left, so plenty of time for EG to recover the situation. Flash will come through. Here's the pop coming through.
Yeah, good trades. Great work from Jing. Back-to-back kills. Keeping this looking good. Jorgamo, the last one alive and barely. Divide doing the damage for PRX. That's the pistol round they needed that could get them back into this matchup.
It was very, very similar to the same round we saw from Evil Geniuses in the first half. Able to create a little bit of pressure onto B side, but the recovery is there for PRX. Divide and Jing will combine. PRX set up here with 2 towards showers. The smoke will go down. Retrieval of the orb. Clone sent through.
Something. Fatality on the push through. Fantastic. But now Bustio and Com trying to do a little bit of something, but I mean, Com's that's a lot to do with the classic. But maybe Bustio with the Sheriff could get another down. I don't know. They've got the spike back, like defended. They've got it to hand. I don't think Bustio's going to get much more play on this.
You want to try and remove another weapon here. Be probably the judge the most expensive inventory here. Bustio trying to pre-aim the jump spot.
That could have hurt. Oh, but so can that! That's 3. Now there's a little worry. There's the judge exceeding close by. They have closed the gap. They are literally around this corner. Something. Weathers the storm, gets him out of danger, and the scoreline's not looking so bad anymore.
Almost want to see the bonus converted though, and with 3 kills coming through. We'll see how PRX do decide to carry. Obviously the judge singing here for something in showers. Yeah, it does make it concerning, considering the deficit, the reliance on converting this bonus.
Wondering how far Forsaken was going to take that, but it's okay. Double stack Tortuga that's getting my attention now. Jorgamo, easy. Be careful. It's a tentative start, caution being shown. Yes, an investment of 2 players here. Flash ain't going to really dissuade too much. Actually going to lean forward. Judge ready. Sides again sticking around too long.
Scout destroyed.
EG unable to pin anyone down yet on the side of PRX. Well, if I say that, Forsaken will fall. That's Demon 1. Dry up short, actually.
I have the spike.
That was the rifle. Fortunately, Mindfreak is close enough to be able to pick that back up. Filter it back through. And EG creeping closer. Spike is here. This is the commit. There's still 2 players on this site here. Molly going to go through Mindfreak, hoping that's going to dissuade them a little, make him a touch uncomfortable, and gives him a fight. Boostio gone at a 4v4. Jing on the back lines too, trying to wrap round towards this Mindfreak again. He can't do it again. Jorgamo's got him this time. And now they're looking for the plant. Do they try and close the gap now? Jorgamo trying to get ahead though, getting aggressive. And EG just clean house.
Double digits found here. Boostio, the only casualty. I said you're
30 seconds
pinning
left.
your hopes on a bonus round conversion here because
One enemy
there's still a
remaining.
bit of a gap for PRX to try and close. Where's that from? That can't be from in here, surely.
Is that a bigger reaction than 10's got?
Yeah, I think so.
Damn. Must be nice. 10-5. Focus back on the game now. PRX, another challenge for them. 10 rounds. This crowd's funny.
My ult ready. I have the spike.
I can't quite tell what they're saying, but
No, I can't
it's,
hear it through my headphones.
No, thank God. Don't find a crowd.
I need more side tone.
For EG though, trying to indicate a lot of presence towards the safe side. You can see where the bulk of them are going. And there was a little bit of a glimpse behind that.
Yeah, saw the TP.
If anything, might sell them a little more, but you can see that this isn't being fully accepted. Forsaken tries to get ahead of that. That's not going to work out. EG get that first draw of blood here.
They follow through though.
Stalled.
I mean, baiting out, waiting for the rotation, allowing a couple more seconds to pass before committing
Okay,
to
they're
the
going.
TP, but something hasn't budged. Neither has Jing. Rolling
They've got the
thunder here.
rifles. They've got rifles, they've got ults, and now they've got a couple of
30 seconds
challenges
left.
heading their way. 25 seconds, EG need to stick the landing. And Jing standing ready. Paint shell over towards Showers, but he looks back towards Short. Forced a little deeper, he's got to be careful. And the they're going around the map, they're taking the tour.
They can cut off the rotation as well, 10 seconds left. The plant will come through with plenty of time.
seconds left.
This will give the roll. Oh my God, the rolling thunder's going to cancel. He's got to get the plant.
But Demon 1 and Ethan on bodyguard duty, diving on in! EG standing up to the test, holding firm. That ult I thought was the end of them.
Minha família. We won't lose.
I mean, it can't get sent any later.
That was as late as they could leave it.
EG play the timing perfectly here to have 2 chances to plant the spike. But it doesn't even matter. EG find everything they need. That's a prime gaming flawless. To put EG on 11.
Let's go. Good.
PRX back down to a broken purchase here. SMGs, a couple of sheriffs. Forsaken's ult, but that's about it.
As it stands, it looks like EG might be tipping those scales here. And now they're going to be forced
The nade's perfect.
further forward. And the spray, it ain't pretty, but the job's done. Jorgamo with 2, Boostio with the 3rd. Mindfreak and something in a 2v5. EG taking that last map personally. Didn't like that activation coming out from something. Want to put him right back down. And PRX unable to springboard forward. Not gonna happen now. EG looking for their 12th, looking to get onto that map point. They want this, and they're gonna get it. Flawless round, prime gaming flawless to get them on the verge of taking the lead here.
Back to back to find EG on map point. They have just elevated
Well,
in the last few rounds. Looking to continue those same sort of trends we saw on Split, but they're happy to get aggressive. Just look for an engagement and commit to it. And
PRX.
you mentioned that commitment earlier on.
Yeah.
EG are doubling down.
we're starting to see that come through here. Again, PRX do have a buy. They've got some key ultimates. This could be huge for them. A chance to deny, a chance to hold on. Maybe build back, who knows? But EG relentless. Look at this pace from Jorgamo. He wants this done. He wants the next map. He's looking at Lotus already. EG with 3 more to find.
You want to play? Let's
Body
play.
bag starting to get zipped up. Mind Freak looks dead to rights. He is. Oh, Chocobo! Unbelievable performance. And now it's all on Jing, and it's not going to happen. Demon 1 signs it. EG delivers it. They take the lead in the best of 5. Trophy to take it the distance. It's a dream come true, but still EG standing tall. Series advantage, map advantage, but now we come down to Lotus. It's going to be PRX on the attack, EG on the defense. We go one more time.
And coming out of bind, you got to feel like the wind is in the sails for EG. An opportunity here to come towards a real comfort pick for them of late. Obviously, seen PRX take on Loud earlier on here in Los Angeles. Did go to an overtime. What a treat that would be. Bit of a PvE mission to start things off. They've obtained 2 orbs. Forsaken will have control of potentially the 3rd.
Look how close they are to the site before contact. It's going to be Ethan on the chopping block. The paranoia is perfect. Forcing him away. You can see Forsaken. What? How did he come of that alive? Demon 1 as well. Adding insult to injury. He's still standing. Finally goes down. Finally. What's left? A 2v3. And it's vicious.
Spike's not down just yet.
Taking away something. And as you said, the Spike's not down. They haven't solidified this site.
It's not necessarily comfortable just yet,
left.
and that's forced Divide into an unorthodox plant here. Boostio has found a kill. Jing will fall, Divide will respond. Shut down to Divide with a 3-piece to kick Lotus off here.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. You wanted confidence, you wanted momentum. That could be the start of it. The shape of things to come, who knows?
Look at players.
Those 3 were everything. Because that didn't look good on the site, Mike. If I'm honest, before that plant went down, it looked like EG had done just enough, but
I mean,
not with Divide standing.
how is Ethan finding a kill?
Shouldn't have done.
Blinded, the paint shell raining down on him. One that almost makes that a reality for EG. Very well invested round 2 purchase here from PRX. Jing, now they're all farmed 2 away from the showstopper now.
Com is going to be sat quite far away, and Forsaken could be far. Yeah, good for 1, good for 2, good for 3. Back to back to back Forsaken. Makes mincemeat out of EG, who couldn't quite close the gap. And yeah, Com, bye-bye. PRX, beautiful. This is really clean. This is lovely from them, just to really ensure safety after that first round.
I think 1 Sheriff in hand, not really going to be given an opportunity to even find an exit here. So with how well invested this was, you don't want to see PRX necessarily charging down the skill, even though Jing is 1 away from the showstopper. How much freedom to add towards the orbs. No real pressure to do so, and a prime gaming flawless here in round 2, Lauren. PRX off to a flying start.
This is fantastic for them. I don't think they can be happier with it. Nice little confidence booster, some Eco Cobra moments, yes, but you'll take them. You'll take them because it gets you feeling into the game a little bit more. Divide doing really well, Forsaken pumping up the numbers. You're getting really close to the showstopper coming out for Jing. You're 2 away from the Divide. I think 3 off from those Seekers, so these are really key pieces. None quite there though for this round. Now do we see a challenge on the ult orb, maybe to deny that showstopper coming in? They look hell-bent on this one.
What do you want? Very close to the
Surely they're screwed. How is Chocobo alive? I don't know how he escapes that.
Absolute Houdini inside the smoke. Jing will try and respond with the showstopper. Doesn't find anything. Jump close, he's found D1.
And the paranoia landed. He knows he can close the gap. Ethan gonna find at least Divide with him. But Jing is completely off the leash, taking all that space towards CT. Boostio trying to backfill. Playing over by Waterfall. Maybe there's still a chance for him here. The 3rd man far away. That is still Forsaken.
Spike planted.
Spotted. Oh my god, what a snap. Takes away Mind Freak now, the final 2. Com was not near to this, Mike.
No, he's on a late flank here. No surprises there. Busio trying to run the clock down a little bit, hold on to his position, secure what he has. Forsaken gets curious at just the right time, spots out the flank.
Okay, well, they found one that's going to force Forsaken a little bit closer towards the site itself. Com now wants to try and toy with that angle, see if he can play around this. Busio trying to isolate that other player. The fight's there. Busio's got another, and it's on Jing. The man himself, the man of the moment, can't do it! Big boy Busio, but the timing, Mike, does he actually have this? He absolutely does!
A ridiculous retake from EG. Between Busio and Com, a crucial kill onto Mindfreak. Busio just slows things down. Regains control of the situation.
Spike planted.
And the composure on display here.
Enemy
for EG to
remaining.
find their first.
Nice, boys!
That's the first. It's the break back in here for EG. Operator's out for something. This could be very impactful, but look at the rest of the map. You're going to have Omen split towards that C side of things, and you've got the 3-play stack working towards B, getting the lay of the land here. They're going deep on this. Jing couldn't quite snap back for the first time, but it's Forsaken on the second time of asking. Ethan now removed.
He'll come through, Jing, nice and healthy. After that first engagement, something hasn't necessarily been given any contact over here yet, but also the operator hasn't been noted. Oh, Busio. Just on the brink. Marble with firm presence here.
Com.
Com doesn't have a snake bite to slow this down.
Now he's got the pinch coming in. That's really uncomfortable. He's going to go down. Jogmo did win out his fight, so there's still a chance they can do some damage to this, but the site has been won. PRX can get that plant down. There shouldn't be much to deny it. Jing is holding on towards his doorway. It's something to deliver that 338 right to the chest. As Demon 1 and Busio trying to do anything they can. It's not happening here. PRX are gripping onto this round, Mike. They're not letting this one slip.
Demon 1 forced to head for the hills. 2K in the bank, a Vandal in hand. Wants to try and hold on to this. PRX find their third, coming right back out of that loss on EG's buy round. So curious. Jing was going to have an opportunity at the start of this round to try and farm some orbs once again. Didn't necessarily look as if that early intention has carried across for PRX just yet. Showing a bit more pace in terms of collapsing towards one of the extremities. But now with the operator in play, there's something sole task just to control rubble. There hasn't been much intention shown from EG on that side. So often you see them really fight tooth and nail for that area, but
Again, with the way the rounds have gone, EG with just that glimpse of that one round they've been able to post, they are going to be down in a little bit of a financial problem here. So Sheriffs, yes, that one rifle with Demon 1. But it looks like their answer to this is to stack out, put 4 players on A and brawl. Well, let's see how well they handle it this time. Flash there, Ethan committed and getting closer. On the other side, something. Put one shot down range and then fall away. I think they've read this stack very well.
oh, Ethan down to 11 HP. On the other side, things Forsaken takes a bit of chip damage. But puts PRX in a position to capitalize, find some space on the other side.
Look at this.
Pain Show actually brings another 45 HP.
A gorgeous side take though, everything accounted for. Crossing the T's, dotting the I's. Yes, they know they're up against probably a broken buy, but they're still so methodical. One's gonna go down. And now they rescind away from the site slightly. Actually, tell a lie, they're leaving at least 2 players still towards us. The lockdown gonna be coming in as well.
Lockdown here, there's only 1 rifle and the Seeker's available.
The Seekers just went through, yeah, flash to force Jing away. Gap now closed, but they need to close down these kills. Busio's the one to do the first, but look at the response from something. Instantaneous and clear cut. Busio, what is going on? Oh my good God!
Has he got time for this? He's got so
Yeah, he
much
does.
time.
Did Busio
He
just
can't
ace that?
believe it.
Give me his POV, run it back for us, because I don't know how the hell he just got an ace.
He doesn't know.
Give me that replay, please.
They had 1 rifle.
Okay, fair enough, that's a nice start.
Enemy
Oh my.
remaining.
Yeah, that's... Nice! What a piece!
Oh
Yeah.
my God!
Same.
I
He's
agree,
already got
Christine.
6 out of 8 on board.
Yep, yep.
What a ridiculous round.
And Boostio had some of his biggest tests on this map historically. He's been bullied off this map. But now, what a time to come alive for him. Operator in hand, we've seen that dabbled with in the past. Now PRX, they're gonna be reeling a little from that. That's gonna leave a sour taste in the mouth, isn't it?
Maybe that will be a deterrent for PRX to slow things down just a little bit. Something. What is that? That is ridiculous. Knew something tech just dropped, and he's found a kill from it.
Of course he has. Of course he has. Oh, Boostio's been punished. Sight looking so vulnerable, ready for the taking. Gonna still clear through carefully, just in case. But that sight's all theirs.
Very comfortable. So we had to set up here. Jorgamo, full utility, 1 kill off the showstopper.
Mindfreak ain't turning yet.
No, Mindfreak's in an awful position. Rifle sticking out.
I'm a little nervous because they're locked into the site here.
And there's a showstopper now, and a paint shell. Jorgamo can do so much damage here.
Pressure from Tree, gonna clear that through. But the other two haven't been able to make it really towards the site or pressure any of these post plants. PRX fighting for that CT space, and now let's see who gets the connection. Jorgamo still with a rocket to post, but something's got the trade out, takes down Com, and now it's all on Jorgamo. A 1v3, a fabulous attempt, but nowhere near enough. PRX, after a start like that, of some work from something, managed to get another posted.
What was it? Ethan's POV, the camera POV.
Horror show.
It's just beautiful from something.
Hello. Oh, he had no idea. Poor old Ethan.
A tough way for the round to start there.
That's so sick.
PRX immediately capitalise on control towards A. A couple of rifles here for EG though. Com and Boostio.
We wanted to see PRX putting up a fight here, showing their resilience. They certainly are. Com, however...
He's dug out the lurk so early on.
Yeah, this is...
On a solo mission, look at the minimap by the way.
That seems... almost
I mean, that's
counterintuitive, but it works.
That's an upgrade for Jorgamo to come and find. And now actually you give Com a second body on the flank, potentially.
Something. Careful. You can see EG chomping the bit here. They want to get in for a brawl, get in for a fight, and don't challenge Boostio on this site. He's gone down. Divine and something in unison trying to clear through this. Get some safety for a plant, but it doesn't feel very safe right now. Divine on the hunt, though, wants to secure it. Takes away by Waterfall. He's given themselves a second. I mean, barely, because look at Jorgamo straight here. Oh, the pressure! They're still going! Jorgamo, you are ridiculous! EG weathering the storm!
Evil Genius is starting to convert a few rounds that are very PRX-esque. A MasterCard thrifty here in round 7. The back of 2 rifles, Com, so quick to shut this down. And afterwards, PRX, although they're still at an advantage by the time they hit C site, they can't secure it.
You see them desperately trying to claw into it, but man, fighting both of these teams here. Jorgamo getting a little bit dicey as well, pushing so deep. Look how far he's progressed here. They're peeling away from it. He's backfilling the space so perfectly, they had no clue. Now with the paranoia saying they might try and speed up towards A, this plays in Com. Still has the Viper's Pit, just gonna come through. That denies any accident.
What
I have
the hell
never
was that?
in my life seen anything like that.
He saw something else, apparently. That is ridiculous. And that was the one tool for EG to heavily anchor towards A site.
Planted.
Okay, lockdown. EG need to pick up the pieces now after being shattered by something. Boostio started trying to clear through. Look who's bounding in. Something gets sent away this time. Lockdown is dealt with. Boostio's out in the open. This is so dangerous. He's gone back for more. Mindfreak's having none of it. Jorgamo ignores it. It's back to the site. Back back to action, but Divide back to business, holding on. This guy is just desperate to try and hold this. But a 1v1, a tap on the spike and the drop. Demon One has no idea. Mind Freak closing the gap, he's looking this way, turns around, time is running low. Demon One needs to clear him, he does, but the time, it's too little, too late. Paper X off the back of genuinely something I've never seen.
It's the worst thing is he's just on autopilot. He just walks up to the pit.
It doesn't look any better in replay. I still don't understand.
Blinded. One left.
Wow.
One enemy remaining. Last player
What are you
standing.
meant to say about that?
I mean, you can barely catch your breath in some of these rounds.
They're smothering him.
And it's heartbreaking as well. That's the one thing as well, Com. The timing is perfect for him.
Yes.
Maybe something's a little ahead of the curve in that regard,
Sure.
but
You don't expect that to happen.
again, no fear of anybody coming through, swinging through from arches, pushing stairs, nothing coming through from Link.
Wow.
Yeah, one kill to define that round.
But in this timeout, what are you meant to say? Hey, just be careful that something's doing weird stuff. Like, just watch out, I guess.
Don't play towards waterfall when he's got ult, and also
Just don't be on A.
careful, he doesn't need to see you to kill you.
Yeah, he's got radar. This man is genuinely wild. But at 3-5, the scoreline is still close, right? It's not like there's a huge buffer for Paper X, but it's enough that they can just take a breath here. As highlighted by the desk and all of us. This is putting your heart and soul into a performance, because this will be probably one of the final times we ever see this roster as it is. So to go down with a whimper would be underselling how good this roster historically has been. And right now they are putting up a fantastic fight. EG on the other side claiming 3, just coming out of this timeout now. Let's see what the adjustment may be.
Retrieve this orb. The Jorgenrite showstopper now available. Com actually anchoring towards C here with an Odin. Feel the heat a little bit here. Something's pouring through on the Trailblazer. So maybe something tailored towards the retake here, though.
I've got your trail.
Hot on the heels. Oh my good lord. Okay. All good, spikes down. Ish. Ethan trying to catch a second worth of timing there, but it gets closed. Very aware of that possibility of a late lurk coming back in through B, but Ethan really needs one to try and break this, to try and open up this big opportunity, because they're trying to clear through the site, and we can see that mostly Paper X are playing offsite. There's that late challenge. Ethan turns on a dime, takes away Forsaken, and now the defuse is starting. Boostio ain't stopping. Someone needs to stop Boostio. Someone needs to stop Boostio.
It's another round that Paper X unable to convert the post plant on C site. The first one, the lockdown, just one rifle on the other side of things. Boostio gets away with daylight robbery here. Paper X come back in.
There.
Bulldog, in the hands of Forsaken, judge for Jing. Actually, yeah, that's not perfect. Something definitely feeling better, especially after that. Something shut down off the rip, Lauren.
And what you read into that, though, you're going to have to try and dismantle this 3-play stack and get over towards the other side, because Paper X will not almost just instantly punish, but they paused for a second. The stall from Com enough to make them respect this, and only for a moment. Com has to evacuate the site. But can they hold the post plant? They're still not fully in. It's just Jing trying to take that space for them, secure some of it. Mind Freak looking to punish towards Waterfall. But again, the site is not safe. EG are already here.
I mean, they're hitting the rotate once again.
It's Demon One, though. Not a big performance from him here, but that is a Guardian. And of course, that's a headshot.
He's holding the angle, he's posted.
Give me that perspective right now. Let me watch Demon One here. Please, this guy is just horrific at this. Oh, he's been backhanded this time. Device had enough of that. All right, 3v4 then. What have you got for us, Paper X?
Still
Is
the
EG
paint shell
close?
Jorgenrite. Couple of bits of key utility, actually. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. Can he get the Come on, paint shot's going in. Divine might be dead. Jorgamo! Filthy with a shot towards Jing, and he wants that space. He wants the next. He's bloodthirsty. On for the 4, and he might just go for it. He is! Jorgamo is out of this world.
On another level here today in the grand finals. And he's not the only one for EG by any stretch. But looking so damn good on the raise.
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining. Spike
Beautiful
down
cleanup
A.
here.
Okay, who's got this snaps?
Feeling himself as well. Spoiler alert, that's not Potter. Yeah.
Of course, for the timeout, though, now tied up at 5 apiece. We talk about bigger picture, Mike. We talk about what this means, you know, what that round could entail. The money's not looking great for PRX.
No,
they don't have a map to fall back to now.
1 off the Blade Storm, 2 off the Showstopper, so there's opportunities here maybe to swing the round back in their favor, but it's going to require EG kind of playing into that. Maybe PRX retrieving some of these orbs. The start of the round, which, I mean, they've been good for initially, but when EG have re-explored towards Rubble, a number of rounds just feel really uncomfortable for PRX. And it's like a scrambled decision on the back of maybe Forsaken falling, something in this example, where they just hit the panic button and they're rushing C.
Yeah.
And then they can't find site control, so they back out and walk back into a late A. It's so bizarre to watch, and not a situation we usually see PRX in. They very rarely back down. It's usually full commitment, whatever they do.
And look at this, the Stinger, the Guardian, got what they can, and it ain't much. It's not a full buy, it's not a full force. Ethan and Jorgamo looking to pop from this. Yeah, high flash, Jorgamo swings. They're challenging on the ult orb. They don't want to allow it for free, but fortunately for PRX, Boostio ate that flash, but he's carrying forward. He's going to take all the space away. They know exactly what's happening here.
Yeah.
They're herding
Look at the
PRX
minimap.
around the map.
Going to play Demon 1 in once again. But something will retrieve the orb.
They need a round from this man. They need a kill, and he's got him 1. A second, not going to be happening. Demon 1 overwhelmed in the end, though. Jing is there. Sight looking a little bit better for PRX here. Desperate to get scrappy, desperate to hold on. Ethan doing the damage from the back line, taking down Devi, though. And now into the 2v2. They're trying to remove Ethan. They've got him dead. But look who's here. Boostio creeping closer. They don't know how close this man
Spike
is.
planted.
They are both locked towards the site, and on this corner, he's found one, but Forsaken gets him first, and they turn a dire round around.
Last round before the switch.
A MasterCard thrifty to get PRX the lead,
They needed that, Mike.
and at least 6 on the half.
They had to get that, paramount to them staying in this matchup.
Something to want to open up here with the Blade Storm. Finds the opener on Com. Up to that point, even here, the commitment to find Ethan.
boys.
No stone left unturned. No room for chance. They can try to catch somebody. Off the start here. PRX very
really
quickly,
was.
they're collapsed outside B here.
But there's 3 players on the other side for EG. They're very ready for this scrap to begin. Something going to get close, try maybe play towards connector or dip a little further forward, but look at Boostio waiting. Shorty in hand, something's got nowhere to go right now. Just trying to take some control, take some space, and Jordan clear on behind him. There's a chance for some serious damage, and there it is! Something again, giving them hope. Holding on to this matchup here, and giving them the man advantage.
You are divided.
Divide will go through.
Are they going to disrespect that?
Com's still behind it. Forsaken will catch Team Flash here. Now Ethan does have one. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I don't think my free he went into his smokes.
He had no idea! And just an absolute flurry of frags. Jing is still standing. It's on Demon 1. He's got 2 targets, 2 victims. And surely he doesn't check Jing here. Surely not this
I mean, there's no way.
There's not a shot in hell.
Taking that back.
Oh, Jing. Played it well. And PRX pouring their hearts and souls into the end of that game. They've got a couple of rounds, Mike. Deep breaths now, 5-7. It's a lead for PRX, but it's a fine one. It's not enough to rest on your laurels for. You know the EG are fired up. They still sit at a 2-1 scoreline across the board. With this win here, they would become the champions. So for now, PRX still cannot relent for a second.
Keep it cool. That's how you survive.
EG, a chance here to tie things up, starting with a pistol.
Blinded.
Heavy emphasis towards A and Rubble on the side of PRX. The other side of things, Forsaken, I guess faking heavier presence elsewhere. Runs forward and just pops the door. He is commanding so much space right now.
EG, very patient in approach, not really indicating too much just yet. Forsaken
Right there.
will be the one to notice this first and foremost. Now he's got to run. Get out of there, call for support. EG looking to start their first couple of steps, but they don't commit.
No, PRX haven't bitten. They haven't taken the bait. There was a second to consider Divine Jing's rotation, but EG are walking back into the blender right now. Something nearly caught. Face checking the wall. But 30 seconds left. EG have to find a kill.
Yeah, they're struggling right now. They're just kind of being halted at the door. Jorgamo off to a quick start, but Jing gonna stride on forward and chase them away. EG running on back. Maybe looking towards B is the next option, but it's not like Mindfreak aim watching towards this. But Boostio's gotten ahead. The flash, it didn't pop, and he takes the head of Mindfreak. They're going all the way to C. Boostio can cut off the rotations. They've been Forsaken. The site's gonna be theirs for the plant.
The safety net in Boostio's lurk pays off for EG. A 4v2 now. Boostio will even be healed up. No smokes. PRX have to almost fight here, commit to some of these engagements.
And Boostio might have just done enough for EG this round. Ethan, yes, will confirm it, but Boostio's position was everything.
Even crucial to find the kill on the way back through as well. PRX trying to funnel their way through. It's almost a death funnel. And Link outside B.
Deleted.
Crucial kill onto Mindfreak.
One enemy
Like I
remaining.
said, the response is so fast from EG. Boostio feels a little bit of space. Has a good read on the situation as well. Forsaken just overwhelmed there.
But this is when the adrenaline starts pumping for EG
Yeah.
as well. You get a big round like that, you do some big damage here as well. Boostio still popping too. This isn't a round you're looking at PRX to potentially win. This is a very difficult round with just pistols. You're not going to see them in a similar sort of look, so you know this is probably a 7-7 scoreline. EG knowing they're really turning those screws, making it hurt. PRX trying to stack up towards B, but I mean, look at EG. They're waiting for this wall.
Yeah. Continuously we see the anticipation from EG. The reads generally have been on point. The flash out, not going to amount to too much.
Oh, it's
One
a
will find
massacre.
two.
It's an absolute massacre in middle. Divide can't do anymore. He absolutely can't. Demon won there. Gonna get him past it. Prime Gaming flawless, but the bigger picture here, Mike. We are tied up at 7 apiece.
Sure, and I do want to see if EG continue putting this same wall over towards A, because it actually enables this spam off the rip. And something like Jorgmo can maybe just double sat you out. It's actually him with the air. He's not going to be seeing anybody spamming off it initially here. But it's curious to see, because in the last round, definitely, there was a lot of chip damage done. Following the decay of the wall on the top of the wall bang coming through. We're still happy as 4 to continue fighting for this space.
Forsaken's on an island.
Again.
This makes me...
I mean, he's capable, but...
Of course he is. It's Forsaken, but he's got 5 against him. His teammates are on B. Maybe he needs some help here. Someone bail out Forsaken, please. He's trying to stand and fight, but there's an army in his way. EG overwhelmed, they're going to get an upgrade, but trying to get quick to it. Jing tries to deny them, slows them down, holds them back, but he gets broken in on. A minute on the board, and they've got the site. They should be able to get a plant, and with this, they can take some space.
Posted through here, something lucky to be alive.
What's he doing? The paranoia's gone in. He's just standing there. Jorgamo punishes this. And now down to 2, Mindfreak and Devi need to dig deep. The plant's not in, they've still got a second to work. You can see Devi trying to have a little look, see if he could spot out where Ethan is. They're creeping closer. There's nowhere safe in this. Mindfreak with a huge pickup towards Ethan. Demon 1 still standing, it's a 1v1. Demon 1 wins it! EG pushing ahead now, punishing PRX on the buy.
And a bonus round conversion here in the second half of Lotus. Absolutely crucial.
Last player standing.
EG want to drive things home here.
Let's go, Max. Let's go, baby.
2 away from the Seekers. Cosmic Divide online here. PRX back down on a busted buy.
They're such a capable team, but this is so difficult. Forsaken again, left just so alone. He couldn't have the support, and Jorgamo running through him now. And they can just pump the brakes, they can relax a little. They don't have to overdo it just yet. They got 2 so early on.
Maybe expecting further aggression. PRX to try and take the initiative here. 2 Stingers, a Sheriff in hand. I mean, difficult really. Oh, Divide. Desperately trying to avoid detection, but they will survive for the time being. Mindfreak will fall elsewhere though. And a formality, the paint shell will find it.
It's clinical. EG starting to believe, starting to feel that finish line, see it on the horizon. Something's down, it's 9 now. We're getting closer. PRX. Is this the final stand for you? This purchase here is everything, and that's why there's a timeout. They have a full buy. But Mike, if it's not now, it may actually just be never.
I mean, sure, they'll have another chance, but the thing is, it's how close they are to ultimates here in this one, and how one-sided the last couple of rounds have been. Operator online, something has to make that investment worthwhile. I think EG now have figured out that Forsaken is just on an island. You can see a bit of a pace change towards Mound to shut him down. PRX have to come up with something different now. In round 17, because it's becoming very concerning. EG knocking on the door of double digits.
And the confidence will be sky high.
Absolutely. I mean, they came into this map so confident.
Yeah.
A 13-5 on bind. And the way in which some of these players from EG really elevated as well. A huge positive for them.
This is a big crossroads for PRX.
A gut-wrenching round.
The operator has to be pivotal. Something has been given them a couple of rounds, to be fair. He has been
Sure.
fantastic, but they need him now. A 9-7, EG on the verge of double digits, 1 away from Jorgamo's ult. They've got the divide, plenty to play with, and it looks like Devi will be the first tested. Gotta be careful towards 8. They try to reinforce maybe towards Forsaken.
I love this. They fake out a little bit of paranoia. It's like Forsaken being read as the solo anchor on C here. But a set piece, a trap on the gravity well on the Nano Swarm. And the other side of things, actually Divide, the solo anchor here. Showstopper will pave the way. Divide to close the back door. EG have got themselves a wide open site here.
They do, but note the utility for PRX. They have plenty to play back in with. Mindfreak fully set. Devi still with the dog. Jing fully kitted. It's all through the door. They're gonna be funneled through this. If Com just keeps spraying, if they keep looking this way, this could be a disaster, but Jing's made it ahead. 41 HP and a bit of a dream here. He's trying to play towards the back line, break Demon 1, break Com. He's done the best he could. Divide by his side, they get a 2-for-1 trade. Demon 1, Ethan and Boostio make it just Demon 1 and Boostio. Can they hold? Demon 1 does the damage, slips away, depends on Boostio, but the cross is made. And now it's all on Demon 1. And he is looking up to the challenge. Diffuse started and ain't stopping. Takes him away, but Mindfreak survives. He's got back on it. Diffuse is there and PRX live.
Certainly not the most comfortable, but an 8th nonetheless.
You'll take what you get at that point.
There's a chance here. With everybody in link, Jorgamo has a nade. I'm just staring at that.
One enemy remaining.
If there was any chance or any confirmation of just how many bodies were inside link outside B site, could have been disastrous for PRX.
Operator out for Boostio. Seeker's there for Ethan. Got a couple of big pieces coming up here. 3G, PRX, can they once again hold this together? Heavier lean towards C now. Mindfreak ready to try and bail out any pressure on Forsaken. He's taken the swing and he's taken his life. Jorgamo down, Forsaken stands, and they've dealt with the early onslaught from EG.
He's quite lucky Jorgamo wasn't caught by the paranoia there, I don't believe. Forsaken still comes out on top. Early advantage, I feel like we haven't said that in a while for PRX. In terms of the first blood here. No commitment on the back of things, 60 seconds still left on the clock, plenty of time with Ethan spike in hand. Say, Com re-exploring over towards Mountain. It's very indicative, actually, there's nobody on the other side of this now.
Mindfreak. He's got to be so careful. These Seekers are a problem. He wants out. He's going to fall away and respect the side take. He can't hold it on his own.
Well, they're invested at the right spot as well because a couple of them go towards Waterfall, sorry, towards the door. Com's getting aggressive on this.
Com's playing ahead, and that's so smart. A deep bit of utility going to make this harder, but the Showstopper goes above, but he's still going to catch Com. But the reveal couldn't make the most of it there, Demon 1. This is great from PRX, holding this together. Boostio and Ethan. They've got the plant, but can they hold the post? Ethan staying close, overwhelmed, Jing's in there! And now all on Boostio in a 1v5, PRX standing strong together here, closing the scoreline up once again.
They're starting to rally now, Lauren. It'll be a prime gaming flawless. First time we're here in the crowd, really. Get involved for a while as well. Oh, it's tough for Com and Demon 1 here, caught off guard. That's 2 consecutive retakes here. First rounds of PRX were able to get in this half. Fun still healthy here for Evil Geniuses.
9-9. Early start, aggression, something. Christ, that was close.
But big indication that the operators noted here on this side of the map early on.
3-play stack towards B,
Yeah,
though.
EG noting the difference and misreading into it potentially.
Scout destroyed.
PRX walking this. There's just going to be a brawl in middle. This is obscene. There's a player so close by. PRX needs to be so careful about this one. Jorgamo ready to punish, and he does. Gets Jing down. Flash to follow. They're in danger. Jorgamo getting hungry for it. The HP looking rough for PRX. Divide down to 50. Forsaken 39. Off there for Boostio. Yeah, it's invested instantly.
Bomb grenade out.
Able to secure B site on the back of this. Mindfreak cognizant of the possibility that Com is here. The spike finally making its way onto site.
It's all about timing. He slipped through. Could he deny the plant? The paranoia is going. Does he play off the back of this? Doesn't see it on the standard spot, but it's going to do some damage. Take away Ethan. Chip away, but it's still just 3. And with the operator, it's brutal to try and play it. Jorgamo getting aggressive. And oh, he's just adding bodies to the count. Jorgamo unleashing fury.
He's ridiculous today.
It's 10 rounds for EG.
There's just rounds where Jorgamo he just thinks, okay, I'm going to kill everyone, guys. Step aside. I'm going to get a 4K.
21 kills for him.
It's just outrageous what he's able to get away with.
Guys out. One enemy remaining.
Come on, baby! Let's go, man!
Yeah, that energy starting to show round by round here for EG.
And they're right back to it. Look at this man. He is feeling himself. He's got that hot hand in the game
One
now.
up for Showstopper again.
Right back to business. And something with his judge, hoping he gets to decide. Jorgamo slipping deeper. This guy, He's switching them out.
He's playing with the rhythm so well right now.
He's feeling the game perfectly, and he's so deep on this, they have no idea. Maybe a consideration in Mindfreak's mind. He's turned to take a glance, but he's seen a victim. It's been called out. Jake's
not told him!
Oh, Mindfreak gets the trade, but is that the damage done? B looking vulnerable. EG take that with both hands.
Mindfreak saw him, and there was no reaction from Jing.
Plant's still in. Knife's gonna come out. Let's look at this post plant here, 4v4. Divide is there, it's just been invested by Forsaken. But can they divide and conquer now? Ethan's still in the site, gonna eat the flash, turn it in time. Goes back for more, chip damage left, chip damage right. He's looking to punish this, pop flash, yes! He's got it, con there, Forsaken breaks in, overwhelmed! PRX, they're back on the site! It's on Demon 1 and Com! They've already started this up! Diffuse doesn't get to halfway, he's been taken away from it, Forsaken with a second attempt, but look who's here! You didn't turn around, you didn't check behind you, and of course, Com and Demon 1 in unison, pushing EG closer.
11 on the board, Lauren. PRX against the ropes now. And keep your eyes on the right side of that scoreboard. Look at the money that's going to be left here.
And the enemy was punished.
Oh! Hey, get to the line, fuck
It's
you.
starting to feel like the home stretch here.
The atmosphere's changing, Mike. You can see it in the confidence. Just look at Jorgamo, the way he's playing. They can start tasting this. Can PRX stop it? Can they hold anything? Oh! Straight out of the sky, something is just evaporated. And it's a 5v4. Jorgamo is tearing EG through this game. Leading by example now. Pain Shell goes in. Fortunately for Forsaken, gets a second shot at things there, but couldn't quite get it ready in time. The plant's gonna come through, and the gap's getting close. Jorgamo again. He is traded this time. A 3v3. Jing wants in. He gets in. He takes down Ethan. He's got the site. Demon 1 on the trade, and now the 2v2. Devi held back. He can't get there. He has to try and get past Com, and he's just not letting him through. Com takes down Devi. It's on Mindfreak now, or it's 12. He's looking for it. He's desperate for it. Can he save PRX? Not today. 12 on the board. EG need one more round.
Championship point for Evil Geniuses. The response comes through, 3 unanswered. And we talked about the concerns. Jorgamo is playing a different game right now. You saw him totally messing with expectations previously.
Let's go. Let's go.
There's gaps in the purchase here, Lauren.
PRX, they're going aggressive. They're trying to pick themselves back up off the floor here. They've taken the space by A, but there's no one there. So it's Forsaken on the other side. He's trying to take a challenge, but he's put down at 25 HP. Slips away towards CT. Jorgamo, of course, going to take any space given to him. Giving him in, she's going to take a mile. Pain Shell to supplement. Viper's Pit is up. The brutality of this round is truly kicking into effect. Jorgamo trying to face down 3. And now the time is on EG's side.
And they have a vice-like grip with the Viper's Pit set up here. The divide will go up as well, cause more problems. PRX, though, they're looking to get aggressive.
Jing, desperate for it. He will do everything he can for his side. For that one last time, that one last round. Mindfreak towards Boostio. They're trying desperately. They still need to get towards the spike. It's all on Demon 1 in a 1v3. Can he do it right here, right now? Diffuse started. He can't. PRX is still alive.
A lifeline delivered. EG unable to drag this one across the line. They threw the ultimates in there. Going straight for the jugular of PRX. It's another retake that comes through. They're third on the half, the only successes they have found so far. And take a moment, a breather, to consider the situation here. EG on the brink of finding a 3-1 victory over PRX here. to be crowned the champions, Lauren.
Their story has enamored most of us. Hard to turn away from a Cinderella story. What started out in NA, all the way through to Tokyo, and then potentially here. But it's still 2 rounds. PRX, if there's any team who can dig deep, who has a reason to dig deep, to take us to OT, to take us the distance, it would be PRX. Do they have it in them? Do they have the drive, the will to push through here? We're about to find out. With a buy made, it's not pretty from EG. Let's see if they can stick the landing now.
Still very comfortable behind this though, so even if they concede, PRX is 11th.
Just down to the wire.
Yeah, 24 at least will be a comfortable purchase.
Look at this. Confident to potentially the very end. Still playing ahead, still showing presence, unrelenting. They fall away now. Hoping to maybe cost EG a little utility, but it's something. He's waiting. This guy is pixel perfect. Forsaken's the one to find it. Oh no! He's just been caught on the way out! Demon 1 on the punish, and that's an upgrade.
Another face check here with the dash. I don't think noted just the reposition there. Forsaken, Ethan. Already though, relaying the information. Com hasn't made progress elsewhere because he's on a stinger. No chance to really pressure this side of the map. TP will come through.
You don't think he saw anything?
Nope.
They were just in that little pocket there. And none the wiser. That could have been a big indicator early. It's not anymore. And now towards the side, he's calling for backup. Does he stay? Does he leave? Jorgamo 1 away from his ult again. And he's going to take towards the side.
Surely not.
That's a little clear. We can already see towards drop down. 1 player's waiting to vie. Has to sit back.
Jorgamo's planting. He's going to have the
gonna have
showstopper.
This is it. This is huge. Divine now. Got to be careful. He's a little ahead of expectation, but Com on the way. He's going to take him down. Still trying to dig deeper. The paint, it didn't connect. He found nothing. It's a 3v3. Still anyone's game here. Jing, the next to try and step into the ring. Demon 1 on the other side. Ethan's found. Mind Freak is down to 2. This could be it. Another chance for Jing. It's all over. EG are your Valorant World Champions.